Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Goodness gracious, and thank you for your patience. Man, we had a lot going on, so much so that it was kind of hard to figure out what to put in the title. And I'm like, how can I fit all the stuff that's going on, all the stuff that we're going to talk about in one title? So I landed on Trump and Elon, Epstein talk, Ukraine and Russia, Operation Spider's Web, which we had a whole live stream about, and biochemical pathogens. Yo, what? What? If you guys didn't hear about the couple that was caught uh not booty smuggling, but they were smuggling some biochemical pathogens just to go study them at the University of Michigan. Yo, crazy. Yeah, so we got some exciting stuff to talk about tonight. Let's go ahead and get started by welcoming all of our channel members. If you guys don't know, if you're here for the first time, which I highly doubt, welcome. If you are new, sound off in chat. We won't believe you. We know that this platform doesn't push this content to other viewers. Come on, let's be real. But if you are going to maintain that position, then I'd encourage you to come talk in chat, say what's up to these fellows over here. If you're watching on mobile, it's going to be these kind gentlemen and some ladies down below. Few ladies, mostly gentlemen. Maybe not gentlemen, but dudes. Anyway, welcome. I'm Dark. I run this channel DLD After Dark on YouTube, on Rumble, on Instagram, the tweeters, and all that. So come check it out. If you're not subscribed, I'm sure that after an evening of great conversation, you'll feel that you've received enough value to stick around and subscribe. We do a live show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday around 10:30-ish Eastern. And Michigan does have some sick FFLs. Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. Man, it seems like a couple folks that I know are getting their FFL too, which is dope, man. I'm all about that. I mean, I also have disdain for the process that we have to go through to even be able to have folks dealing in firearms, and I honestly think that all of that should be abolished. I think that all forms, all 4473s, and anything that even delays or hinders the process of someone or a person even engaging in the business of firearms, it's just private, personal property, so they can do whatever they want with it. I don't think there should be any restriction on that. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll shut up. But it's dope that dope people are getting in the firearms business world and stuff. What's up with my camera? Hold on. Skip. Oh man, look at that. So much better. I can't tell the difference. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, like I said, we do a live show every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, usually around 10:30, and we are going to be doing a new show every Saturday. So, the way that the schedule is going to go is every Tuesday and Thursday is going to be on YouTube, and then every Saturday is going to be on Rumble. I used to do every other Saturday. Now we're going to be doing every single Saturday. We're going to be doing it on Rumble, and yeah, it's going to be exciting because it's going to be myself and also Josh, Fat Tech Josh, Black Diamond Guns and Gear Josh. Y'all know him, y'all love him. And we're going to be doing a show together on the regular now. So that's super exciting. And yeah, a bunch of cool things happening. So stick around. I'm also working on some hard video uploads. Y'all know it's not really my thing, but I'll be publishing some shorts, publishing some video uploads. So it'll be good. It'll be good. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, what we do is we usually take the first 10 minutes or so to welcome all of our channel members, because currently, right now, and honestly, almost always, close to 90% of the support on this channel is from channel membership. So I want to make sure that we show you all the love because, dude, you guys are incredible, and I'm super grateful for y'all. I'll be clear, I don't deserve you guys. All right. I have been blessed with you guys and an incredible community. So I'm super grateful for y'all. And I see all you guys pouring in. Heck yeah. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out. And also, if you're a channel member and you're watching this right now, do me a favor, sound off in chat, or again, if you're on mobile, sound off in chat below, and we'll go through and say what's up. If you're watching this on replay the next day or the next day or the next day, then do me a favor, leave a comment and just say the old witty stuff that you guys say. Reheating the leftovers, replay mafia, recapitulation syndication, whatever, dark coffee with dark. That's me. Get it? That's witty. You guys are witty. Way more creative than I could ever be. Sound off. Wham, 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 wham. Appreciate you, man. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. First of the evening, the first person in here was immediately, I mean, literally near immediate, your boy Gutter Cheese, and he dropped in with an extremely important comment, which, first off, Gutter Cheese, let's do a crisp high five, my friend. Thank you, brother. And Gutter Cheese not only is, he a channel, or not only is he an OG, he's also a channel member. So I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. And congrats on being first, my dog. Let's go through and say what's up to all of our channel members. We got Zanty Misfit in the house, brother. Great to see you. Appreciate you, man. Let's see, Zanty Misfit, Gutter Cheese, Steve Whoop, brother. Great to see you, man. Hope you got the thing and with the stuff and you love it and all that. It should, yeah, it's already there, right? Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, I'm tripping. Let's see, Steve Whoop, Zanty Misfit, Blue Curtain Burner, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member. Steve Whoop, channel member. Blue Curtain Burner, channel member. Let's see who else we got up in here. Drewski, what it do, Ski? Also another channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, all you guys, man. Mike McClune, the Goon, my guy. Great to see you. Not only is he a channel member, but he is also a moderator. So, put some respect on his name. Did I see Kurt 24? I don't want to miss anybody, because sometimes the names are blue on people that are channel members and moderators, and sometimes I miss them. So Just going back through and double checking here. Let's see. Drewski's Anti-Misfit, Steve Whoop. Okay, Mike McClune, the Goon. 10 millimeter. Yeah, man. See, I like 10 millimeter. I mean, I'm a fan of the power that you get behind it, but it just kind of it's like it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like it doesn't make sense. I mean, it is dope. Like I got at least I may have a couple 10 millimeters. The idea of a 10 millimeter like PDW is interesting to me. Like that Strybog 10 millimeter. I just don't know if I would actually I don't know. I mean, you get a lot of energy, like especially out of a longer barrel, like 6, 7, 8 inch barrel. I just don't know if I would rock it. Like it, I don't know. I've been interested by it, but still, I just think there may be some better options. But you guys are actually going to be pretty excited about something that I got coming this way, and you guys are all going to want to see. And I may show a little picture tonight. You know what I'm saying? I may show a little picture tonight. Why not? Why not? See Drewski, hey 717 Rider, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member. 911 Namakila. T for Tejas, my guy. Great to see you. Also a channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Zanty Misfit, got a cheese. Lightning McQueen, there he is. Also a channel member. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out too. Let's see. Drewski, Lightning McQueenski, 911. Zanty. Man, you know what? I was looking through some stuff to print and actually printed another one of these. So now we can like color code different 37 mic projectiles. Also working on another toy because some of these toys are really cool to print and have models and have like lookalikes and completely ineffective lookalike things that are completely not anyway, moving on here. Yes, do me a favor, okay? Even if you're here now and you're still here now, then you got to hit the like button, okay? It would honestly just mean a great deal to me and the homies. I got a guest coming in and maybe even two guests coming in, all right? It's a big deal. These guys are putting several hours into this and we've actually done research. Oh, my man. Yo, 717 Rider just sent a cash app. Man, you guys are incredible. 717 Rider just sent a $15 cash app and said, keep fighting the good fight. Brother, thank you so much, man. You guys are incredible, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you. All guys, first off, $15 is very generous, right? And the last cash app, Kurt sent me a $25 cash app. Drew sent me a $25 cash app. You sent me a $15. Like, that is extremely generous. All three of those, I just want y'all to know, is already going towards ammo that I have coming this way next week. So I just want to say thank you. And I'm going to need it because once you guys see what I got coming, what's on the way, you guys are going to be pumped. And it's something that like I had a lot of questions about. And I was like, man, I wonder if I can get these questions answered. But I was like, you know what? Just send it, full send, and then we'll figure it out. And if we can figure it out, and if I can get the bang bang to go burp burp, yeah, we'll talk more about it. Just you gotta hang tonight. Yeah. And honestly, let's be real. The world is melting, seemingly on the cusp of World War 4, 12. But either way, we have a lot going on, so stick around, and I'll show off some other cool stuff too. Because no matter what, okay, all this stuff aside, all right, all the worldly BS pushed to the side for a moment. Please make sure that you're taking the time to get your life right with your family, get your life right with God, build a close relationship with Jesus, and then also prepare as well. All right, because you never know what, like every single thing that we have, every breath of air that fills your lungs, like that could be the last moment on earth, right? So just live a life of gratitude, be good people, and that's all I'll say on that regard. But yeah, it's time to get right with God, just so y'all know. Zanty Misfit, brother, thank you with the 22-month membership, bro. Thank you, appreciate you. China poisons they'll be eating it the long way. Oh, okay. If China poisons our corn, they'll be eating the corn the long way. I think is that what you're saying, Zanty? I think I got it. If you guys don't know, eating corn the long way is a joke from the show, which our good friend Dust from the Tactical Turkeys, good friend, he's been on the show a bunch. Actually, like in what people say, an IRL friend. He's a good friend of mine, like in real life, and also a great content creator. And he calls like when people are simping for something that they're eating corn the long way. So dudes that are simping for like the Sig 320, they're eating corn the long way, which you guys can use your imagination on that. Slowly enjoying a popsicle. We'll we'll use that as an example. Slowly and romantically enjoying a popsicle. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Stifler, brother. Great to see you, man. Not only is Stifler manufacturing a Chanamemba, but also Stifler Manufacturing develops super dope slides for the glizzies. And if you guys are glizzy enjoyers, if you go to Stifler's site and his eBay store, you can check out what he's got. He's got some super dope finishes, and also there may be a code. The code may be dark, and the code that might be dark. Okay, I want to separate that because I don't want someone typing in maybe code dark. Anyway, or code dark. It's just dark, like DARK, like Delta, Alpha, Romeo, Kilo. uh, you might be able to save some monies on the glizzy slides. So there you go, all the glizzy slidey bits, as PSR would call it. Lightning McQueen's Anti Misfit, Flying Rich, Firearms. Great to see you, man. Not only is his channel blowing up, his main channel, Flying Rich, is doing really well, but also his country music channel, Fly Rich, is doing remarkably well. Go check it out on your free time. Let's see. Lightning McQueen, Mike McClune, The Goon, Stifler Manufacturing, Drewski, Mike McClune. My bad. I'm just catching up here. I always watch DLD After Dark on 1080p to make sure he's keeping his nose hairs trimmed. Thank you. Thank you. Man, that's just something I don't do often. Maybe they just get so long that they curl up and stay up there. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they just blend in with the mustache. I actually haven't shaved like all week, but that's the beauty of having a beard. No matter how long the hair up here gets, it's still shorter than the hair down here. So, yeah, I'm slumming it. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Steve, we've got a cheese. Hey, more Beta Prince, brother. Great to see you, man. I think of you every single time I see that knife, the razor knife, the Provoke inspired 3D printed razor knife. The thing is awesome. More Beta Prince, a member for 36 months. Holy moly. Thank you, brother. 3 years prepping for a camp out and pews tomorrow. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Dude, there's like almost nothing better in the world. Well, there are a few things better in the world than outdoor shooting, especially when you got like 2, 3, 400 or more yards that you can kind of take your stuff out and just, push it out there and just kind of see how good you do. I think it's super important for all of us to do. Plus, like, let's be real, if things like for real pop off, first off, it's highly likely that we may end up in engagements way closer than we may be expecting, but also you may end up in engagements way further out than we may be expecting. So, I mean, we always got to prepare for every possible thing that we can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've not seen Kurt. Yeah, I haven't seen him either, but I know he's been working like graveyard shift hours. By the way, I want to bring this up about the whole leaderboard thing. Um, I have one. It's a B&T, not a knockoff, though. I don't know what you're talking about, Fishy. But good to see you, Big Fish, Little Boat. Also part of the Tactical Turkeys. Mike McLean, Lagoon Boot, blah, blah, Blue Curtain Burner, Flying Rich, Stifler. Hey, see, that's what's up. That's how you know you're growing a business effectively. I'm always here. And even if I'm not, Stifler is around. That's what's up. B&T is awesome indeed. Dude, okay, let's say this. If the Short Act passes, right? And we have the Hearing Protection Act and the Short Act, which I have a theory on all that stuff too, which I think we're gonna find a lot of stuff that, like, we would fundamentally disagree with that's in the big, beautiful bill, which ironically is very similar to Build Back Better and big, beautiful bill. Anyway, I think, there was probably gonna be a bunch of stuff in the big, beautiful bill that we would probably disagree with, but what better way than to get the entire firearm world behind you than to say, Hearing Protection Act and Short Act, you know what I mean? And then we're all like, we don't care what else is in there. Go, go, go. Call your senators, call your, you know what I mean? So I wonder about that. Now, I'm all about like pro freedom, freedom, liberty, independence. That's what I am all about. And the other stuff, they're already overstepping and overreaching in every possible way that they can. So, whatever. If we gain some freedom there and they put us in debt here, guess what? We're already bajillions of dollars in debt. Is it really going to make that much of a difference? I'd rather, take a stand for freedom, liberty, and independence, and take it on the chin with a completely just out of control, irresponsible government that is not going to listen to us, serve us, or help us in any way. They literally only hinder us. Let's be real. Which, if you guys didn't watch that, and we'll get into the topic in a second, all right? 21 minutes. He's not even in the topic yet. Um, let me just say this. Man, we're gonna have to come back to it. Well, just real quick, if you guys, a lot of y'all follow Dirty Civilian. Dirty Civilian is an excellent channel. If you guys had not seen, I posted on my community tab. They did a video, which is basically, it's interesting. It's just Drew. I don't know why it's just him. Either way, it's just Drew, and he goes through and very, very, I think, eloquently speaks on the topic of when it is right and righteous to respond to an overreaching government by way of passive resistance, active resistance, violent resistance, and revolution and stuff. It was done very well. He obviously was, using it like coming from the standpoint of scripture and also using some of the literature from like the 15 to 1600s that, you know, the founders of the country were studying at that point. Look, anyway, it's an excellent video. It's like 30 minutes long, but go check it out. I think there's a lot in there for all of us. Fat Rooster, brother, great to see you, man. Also with Chenamemba, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. 717 Rider DLD After Dark. Have you checked out the Super Selector? I'm still waiting on an update on shipping on mine. Can't wait to see how it compares to the Super Safety. So check out. I just saw a video pop up today, and it wasn't the video that caught my eye. It was actually the amount of views that it had that caught my eye, which was, I think it was titled "Problems with the Super Selector." So check that out. I think either way, it's dope. I was talking to Rich about it. I think the idea of it is dope. But yeah, check that out. I didn't have time to watch it today, but I did come across that in my feed. So yeah, check that out. Yeah, Code Dark gets you 10% off of our SM19 strip slides. Use it. Use the extra money for freedom seeds. There you go. Cow. Let's see. Farmers Firearms, Stifler Manufacturing, Drewski, more beta prints, brother. Again, great to see you. Dang, 350 yards, private property tomorrow with fun things. I love it. I love it. Let's see. 717 Riders, Stifler Manufacturing, Laney McQueen, Drewski. Okay, come out in PLA. Oh my goodness. I think Come Out in PLA may have been one of the first members. I think there's like one or two people ahead of you, but bro, 42 months and we got 42 people in chat and we got 42 months right here. Dude, that's crazy. All of y'all, man, I'm super grateful for y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, I'd still be able to do it. I would just be doing it, for like literally for free. And I know, look, it's crazy, right? You guys are probably like, dang, like, this dude is probably like raking it in on YouTube, right? No, I'm not, and y'all know I'm not. All right. Let me just say this. All right. For full transparency, the real way to support the channel is by shopping at DLD Hardware and shopping at Definition Knives. I will say though, I saw a couple packages that people hit me up reaching out about their packages, and I don't know if there's been an issue with like USPS, but stuff that I had mailed out like over a week ago um, still says that it's sitting in my office, and it is absolutely not. Like it's stuff that I remember physically shipping out already. So I don't know, if you're waiting on something, just be patient, because I'm going through and individually going through and literally having to manually go through every single transaction and make sure that it's been shipped and that it's on the way. And come on, PLA, I appreciate you, brother. Come on, PLA, member for 42 months. Hit the Jackie Robinson milestone, baby. Yes, sir, because he was number 42. Get it? Love you, buddy. Love you too, man. You are a heck of an individual, and I love you for it. And man, also, I can't grab it because the platform that we're on now. But if you guys had ever seen that gray OEM frame Glock with the hard chrome slide on the back plate there, I have a back plate with my logo, with the DLD Blue Chem Light logo. And you know who gave that to me? Boom, come out in PLA, man. There's just a couple things. I still got your thing plugged into my seatbelt thing too. You already know. It did break, but it broke just enough to where I can still use it. So I appreciate you, man. You guys, man, I don't know what I would do without y'all. For real. For real, for real. All right, Stifler, Shazanti. Hey, there he is. Kurt 24, the producer of the show, brother. Great to see you, man. Kurt 24. And I'm sorry that you've been labeled with Kurt 24, the producer of the show. It just rhymes, right? If it was Mike McClune 2024, it would have been him. All right. I'm just saying. He got Mike McClune the goon, and you got Kurt 24, the producer of the show. Anyway, great to see you here. Appreciate you. Not only are you a channel member, you're also a moderator. So appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Hey, hold on. Did you not? You don't have it yet? Bro, you should have been had it by now. I was actually like wondering, like, I'll pull. Matter of fact, all right, hold on. We're gonna do this right now. Hold, please. All right, let's go to shipped. And your full government name is Richard Johnson. Get it? Because it would be Dick Johnson. Okay, it's a joke. That's not his name. All right, hold on. So let me just going through. Give me 1 sec. We're gonna figure this out right now. Dee dee doo dee dee do. Bro, where are you? I didn't put like armsman, or no, I did. I did. Hold on. All right, we're about to. Okay, okay. Oh. No, that's a different one. Hold on. And no, sorry, y'all got to be patient for 1 moment, because if I don't do it now, so if you guys haven't learned something about me, this is what I've learned. There are 2 times for me. If like someone is asking for something to be done, there is right now and not now. And if something is not now, then that means it takes forever to be done. So sorry. So we're going to do it right now, because otherwise dang, I'm going to have to go through. I got too many orders in here, doggy. Yeah, I don't know. I'll my bad. I'll come back. I'll have to do it. I'll have to do it another time. Hold on. Did you? Am I tripping, or did you? Let me go back here. I may have missed it. Hold on. So did you get it or no? I'll pull it up when my guest comes on, and I have somebody else that can take the wheel for a second. I'll have to pull it up and search it. Um, yes, I have your info. I can't find. I'm literally manually looking through all the orders. Haven't gotten it. Okay, all right. Well, if it's not to you yet, it should be there like literally any moment. I am having issues with USPS. I don't know if you heard that a minute ago, but just hang tight because that was sent out like I don't know a week ago. About a week ago. Gort, brother, great to see you, man. Also a channel member. Appreciate you. DLD After Dark. How's RDR and Rich are gonna beat you to the slide bill? I know, dude. I know. I just, I don't, I don't feel great taking stuff from other people. I know, dude. You offered me a slide like before the turn of the new year when we were about to do the 5,000 subscriber jump, and I don't want to take. I'm still gonna pump you all day because you're one of the homies, you're in the community, you make good stuff, so you fall within those categories, and I'm gonna pimp you whenever I can, because it's good stuff, right? Like with Marconi makes great stuff. I pimp him. Goombeam makes great stuff. Gideon makes great stuff. So I know, that's, I guess, like what I'm saying is that's enough. Like that's all I need to know about you to know. But absolutely, I mean, if you want to throw something my way, you know what I'm saying? You could send it to 42395 Ryan's Road, Suite 112, Box 186, Ashburn, Virginia 20148. Dang, how did I remember that? That's crazy. Yeah, USPS is nuts right now. That's kind of crazy though. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. So obviously we did do the oh, hold on. I found it. I found it. Hold tight. Hold please. It says it's gonna be delivered Saturday. I don't know. That's weird, man. That's like 10 days. Hold up. See tracking history. Bro, that's hold up. This might be a record from USPS. My bad, y'all. For the new people this is why my channel doesn't grow, just so y'all know. Because they're like, ooh, I'd like to learn about Elon Musk and Trump. And I come in and I'm talking about Glock slides and shipping times. 2, 3, 4. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. 12 days. Anyway, I'll keep this pulled up and I'll shoot you over the tracking info. That's crazy. So for those out there that are waiting, and for the guests backstage, let me know if you're ready to jump in. I see your camera's nuked. So okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't want to introduce you while your camera was down. Anyway, to all the channel members, man, I literally could not do this without you. Just am super grateful. I'm like crazy blessed to have y'all in my life and to have a great community. It's awesome. So thank you. And if you guys do me a favor, man, I'm gonna be dropping more shorts, more videos, like actual like hard video uploads that I put time and energy and ammo and all sorts of stuff that I'm actually like editing and putting out. And there's a lot more detail and time with that. If you guys could do me a favor, keep a lookout on that stuff. Uh, it would it would be super helpful. It would behoove you, and it'd be super helpful if you guys could just maybe check once a day. If you were to check about 10 p.m. every day, because you're not going to get notifications, y'all know I'm sitting here talking about all the stuff that they don't want us to talk about, so they're not going to send you notifications. They rarely do. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, because we're talking about these things, and if I didn't say, Gort, great to see you, Chinamemba. Appreciate you, brother. Kurt 24, the fact that you're here when you're working like 74-hour days, bro, thank you so much. Um, yeah, you're awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into it. The fact that we're talking about things like this, uh, there's only one person in the world that I would love to have on the show to talk about the theories of conspiracy, what we like to call spoiler alerts. Um, complete and utter takeover by the government encroaching on all of our rights, and the possibilities of us literally falling into World War IV, because we've been in World War III for the last 30 years. Uh, there's one person in the world that I'd like to do that with, and that's with your boy, Frederick Donegan of the Red Dawn Readiness.
What's going on?
Dude, is it just me again? It seems like your mic is crazy high. It's probably me. It's
Crazy hot? I was like whispering too, so if that was hot.
it's like yeah, it's probably me though. It's not you, it's me. All right.
Yeah, because coming back my feedback, it wasn't really loud.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's good that you're getting instant feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Frederick Donegan of the Red Dawn Readiness channel, also the Civilian Outpost. If you guys don't know, he's a good friend of the channel, highly educated, great Christian man who loves shooting guns at silhouettes. And you know what? We're right in the same... hey, Robert Ham, good to see you, brother.
What's up, Robert?
Right in the same we're in the same vein. But if you could, Red Dawn, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everyone know, for the few people out there that may not know who you are, let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
I am Red Dawn Readiness on all platforms, and I have another channel on YouTube called Civilian Outpost. So check that one out as well. And if you ever come across any of my posts or videos or anything like that, feel free to hit that like button. Leave me a little comment that says, I see you. What's up, Fat Rooster? Good to see you, bro. Too bad I can't show off my super duper rooster. But yeah, so I do similar things to Dark. Share my faith, talk about the end of the world as we know it, and preparedness. Those are like my main focuses. I like to shoot. I get out and shoot. I train, trying to work out as much as I can, and just sharing a good lifestyle, being a family man, and just trying to handle all my responsibilities, y'all. So I appreciate everybody in the community. You know, I could say hi to every single one of you guys. Also,
but I already did that.
yeah, that's why he's done that once. I'm sorry I haven't been live as much as I'd like. You guys know, with the little ones and the bedtime and all this stuff, it's tough. I was gonna go live last night at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I was like, man, this is way too late. I can't do this.
Dude, I was on the phone with him at like 1:23 a.m. and he was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go live. I was like, bro, you were still considering going live, But it is there's like a void, like when you're committed, like psychologically committed to, like, we both have a schedule. And even if you're like just smoked, just drained, like, dead at the end of the day, you're like, I should go live, So I feel you.
It's like just part of your routine after a while. Like, I've been doing it over a year, maybe close to a year and a half. And so, Wednesday nights and Friday nights, I'm usually live somewhere between 10 o'clock and midnight. So yeah, what's up, Armsman? You definitely should have got your co-pilot by now, because
I just pulled up the tracking. I know. Well, I had printed it 2 weeks ago, but I sent it like over a week ago. It's going to be 12. I pulled up the tracking. It's going to be 12 days in transit, which that's crazy. That doesn't make sense to me. But
USPS has been trash.
Absolute trash.
I have an item that has been sitting at my local hub for 2 days and hasn't gone out.
Doing nothing.
It's like, okay, yeah, it's in my town. It's at my hub. I should get it tomorrow.
I'm going to get it today or tomorrow. Yeah.
It still doesn't say a date on it either. It's like,
I'm pulling up some of these pictures so we can review them.
Real quick, shout out to Brother Goonbeam. If you guys haven't got the Red Dawn Edition Goonbeams, DLD After Dark also has the DLD Goonbeams. But I just always want to give Brother Goonbeam a shout out. Stifler Manufacturing, really looking forward to that slide. I think it will look really, really good with the new multicam. So this is awesome.
Yo, that is dope. That is a dope setup. And maybe like when we wrap up stuff, we should kind of talk about about some kit too. Because look, in the end, like the reason why we're talking about all this stuff and going over all this stuff is for the purpose of preparation. Like it's for the purpose of preparedness. So in the end,
Look how
that
tiny
is
it
dope.
is.
I do like. Open that bad boy up real quick. Well, hold on. Before you do, real quick, Stifler Manufacturing says DLD After Dark will confirm that with you on the model and whatnot. Then you, RDR, and Rich can badger crop. You got it, man. I appreciate you being so willing to toss the slide my way. Thank you, brother.
Opens
Yeah.
up to good size.
You have quite a large sack, Red Dawn.
And it folds to such a tiny sack, you know, when it gets cold
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, it's like you can do the bat wing with it in one moment, and then it shrivels up in another moment. I do like, so if you guys don't understand what he's showing, because it has the Molly drop down and then the nutsack below it, you can actually put that on your belt. Like it's not, you're not compromising or sacrificing space with it because you're that's weird.
Running it underneath a pouch or
Yeah, my bad.
or a med pouch, something like that. So when it's on the belt, it would sit like this, and that's all you would have. Like you would have this little thing, and you can unfold it to a dump pouch, but it's not taking up any space on your belt.
Yep.
So, and these are the G codes, probably the most superior magazine pouch on the market.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that they're almost as good as HSGS, but you know.
Yeah, they're much better than those. They're more expensive as well. So I only have one. So I'm running one of these and one S-Tack to save.
All right, I have to bring this up.
$2.
All right, because there's probably no one else in the world that I love and that I also disagree with on a basis as frequent as Red Dawn and I. So I always had this idea because like the things that are like hot, especially in the gun community, it's let's be real, it's arguments, right? People that are talking about stuff, kit, guns,
I might run the HSGI with it too.
I'm saying like it's that weird stuff, right? That's like, oh, I like G code, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I run HSGI. Like, yeah, I heard those aren't as good. It's like all of a sudden it's like, yeah, no. And like you see all these other channels, and it's like, dude, it's let's be real. The disagreements do well, right? So I was like, you know, we should do a show like the two of us, right? Two of us Tuesdays where we disagree, we talk about, but I mean, it's all in like fun and loving, right? But I thought of an idea for a show, and I honestly shouldn't even like share it because someone else is going to steal it for sure.
They won't do it like us.
Argument Armory. Nice. The Argument Armory, because it's like we are constantly arguing about armory related
unless
topics.
We're talking about Glocks and Geisleys.
Yes. Yep. Disagree on everything except even like tactics. Like we were last night we were talking, and we'll get into the topic in a second here. I had to send myself some files. But like last night we started talking, we're talking about 1911s, 2011s, and Red Dawn said something about like yeah, it's because like magazines and these are simple, and I'm just talking to him, and I like look up and I'm like, actually, if you look at the it's like the Browning high power, and I was like, that came out in like the 60s or 70s, and he's like, it actually came out in 1935. Like, and we're like sitting here going back and forth like with these like disagreements. Again, it's all in fun, all in love, but I honestly think something like that, like the Argument Armory, or not the Armory Argument, because that sounds like one thing, but the Argument Armory, I think something like that would actually be. Anyway, I'm sorry, that's not why people are here. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, we do it already anyway. That's what I like when I was like, we should just do 20-minute discussions and drop them. Then we're on the phone last night for like an hour and a half. I'm like, we could have had 3 episodes.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. Thank goodness. Amber says, why have the stock markets lost value since Trump's inauguration? The Dow Jones Industrial Average was at 45,000 in Jan. It is now at 42,319. Usually it goes up over a period of 4.5 months, not down. Thank you, Amber.
Well, considering that we're on the verge of World War III,
Yeah.
and a lot
Dow
of
Jones could be
others, yeah.
nothing. Yeah. Market crashed. Yeah. There are other things to
I
talk
heard the
about.
market took a big dip today after Elon posted what he posted.
I bet. Which will bring us right into our first topic of the evening. I did send our um an invite to our local pilot, and if he chooses to join, he can. But I know a lot of you guys are sick of hearing from him. Senor Boob, brother, great to see you, man.
I love hearing from
My
Rich. I
guy.
miss you, Rich. We need to get on show together, Rich.
Yeah, Rich, what are you doing, man? Come on. You're literally not doing anything, and you're probably watching right now. Conflicting gearheads. That's funny.
Conflicting gearheads.
Let's see. Traveler, brother, great to see you too. All right, my bad. All right, let's do this. All right, so I actually, believe it or not, bro, I took notes tonight. Okay, and I
Wow.
know we're already 46 minutes in. On the last live stream, we talked about Operation Spider's Web, and we can touch tonight on what's happened after the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. And then we'll talk about that. But before we do, I want to bring up a couple things. Red Dawn had actually sent me a screenshot. Now, usually when we're dealing with screenshots here, we clean them up. We like take the time out, and we do like all the things. But this, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna leave the timestamps in here intentionally because here, let's start this one. Here, a little after 12 noon, Elon Musk posted, "Time to drop the really big bomb." Of course, he tagged at real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. And then the funny thing is, like, the first comment is like, "I'm never deleting this app."
That was hilarious.
Well, the other funny thing is that, like, dude, I like almost 2 years ago, I did a video, and I had gotten access to the Epstein flight logs, and literally read Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going through reading all these names. They were all on the plane multiple times, and there's all these other names
We
that
have
are
gotten zero new information on Epstein's in like
yeah
2 years.
yeah. Everything else was redacted, and they said, "Well, it's because it's the names of minors."
Well, apparently there's now, even though the cameras went out 2 years ago or more, Dan Bongino.
Now there's footage.
And now there's footage of him.
It's grainy. It's grainy.
It's grainy.
I heard him talking about it, and he was like, "I've reviewed the footage," and the news anchor was like, "There's footage." He's like, "It's grainy. It's grainy. It's we have to like clarify it before we publish it to the people." Like, y'all.
But I've seen a lot of suicides in my time.
I'll tell you what. That guy Gary Webb. Gary Webb was the guy who blew the lid off the whole story with the CIA bringing cocaine in and fueling the Contras and all that. And Gary Webb, if that's one thing, if you don't know that story, Gary Webb committed suicide. Unfortunately, he shot himself twice in the back of the head. 100% suicide. No question. Like, dude, if questions don't arise in your brain when these self auto deletes like are occurring, I guess we're not supposed to say that word. Sorry.
Yeah.
But like, man, and
the
look,
one that rhymes with formaldehyde.
Yeah. If anyone out there is struggling with any deep depression, anxiety, you really should go speak to somebody, a actual licensed therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, someone because don't look for support in strangers on the internet. Okay. So we'll just put that out there. We are not doctors, nurses, or any type of practitioner other than professional crap talkers, comedians. That's what we do. Yeah. Although anyone out there that is struggling with this, really, you should find salvation in Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
and not anything worldly or man-made or created by men. Anyway, so let's go back here. So saw the screenshot, and a little later in the day, I was like, you know what? There, in this day and age, so many things could be faked, right? So let me just go to Elon's page. Let me.
Dude, when I opened up Twitter, so this was the screenshot that was sent to me.
Mhm.
When I opened up Twitter on the main page, the very first tweet up there
Was that?
was that. And it's
Yeah.
obviously it's his platform. So he could literally every
Yeah,
person who opens the page.
he could keep it there for months, you know?
Yeah.
That is funny. Man, I should have my own
And
platform.
then Alex Jones, the next time I opened it, Alex Jones was there. It says, Lord help us all.
Dude, man, this way, and we've talked about it multiple times. It's like, man, do not place your faith in that of a man ever. You know, like, come on.
It's
And
scary. I know, like, we're laughing at a lot of this, but this is a massive embarrassment to our country.
mhm.
Elon does seem to be off his rocker a little bit. Like he shows up to the White House twitching, has a black eye.
He also said that his daughter had given him the black eye. And
I
look,
saw a fake post by
my
Trump
daughter gave me a black eye before.
on Truth Social, and it was like,
Mhm.
by the way, I'm the one that gave Elon that black eye when he got out of line last week.
Really?
It
That's
was
funny.
fake.
That's funny. Yeah, dude, my daughter's given me a black eye before. She's punched me in the head or like swung something and like, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, you know. Anyway, so when you had sent me this, I think you'd sent me like this a couple hours after the original screenshot, right? But I was like, let me just pull it up and look myself. So I pull it up, go to Elon Musk's Twitter, and boom, I pull it up. Let me make sure that this is still being shared with you guys. Yes, okay. So why does it take it away like this? There we go. So I go and look. This is at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, it reads the same thing. Elon Musk, time to drop the really big bomb. The real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Now, the other thing is that every man, I have not seen so much reverse TDS of like, this is bullcrap. This is bullcrap. There's no way. There's no way. It's impossible. He's the biggest Christian. Well, yeah, there's some other thoughts on that. Anyway, let's not even go there. Okay, let's not even go there tonight. Maybe Saturdays on Rumble we could go there. Anyway, everyone, not everyone, a bunch of people are saying like, there's no way. Elon's just mad. This is, you know, how would he even know? How would he see? I mean, who knows? Maybe if someone were very principled. And look, most billionaires are nuts. Most billionaires are whacked out. Everyone that I know that's a very wealthy person definitely seems unstable, off their rocker. They wear nothing but t-shirts and sweatpants, and like when they need to dress it up, they throw a suit jacket on over the t-shirt and sweatpants. You know, like they're just a little off, you know, but you kind of got to be off to commit yourself so
To
drastically.
not have retired and bought a gun range and enjoyed your life.
Yeah, because I already would have done that. Like,
once I hit a certain amount of money, there's no way you're getting me like off
10,000
the range.
acres. Yeah, that's all I'm doing, bro. And I'm gonna have like butt naked chicks like drug dealers do, just reloading ammo like all day, man.
I mean, you can have that. You can have the butt naked.
Well,
chick.
just so I know they're not stealing. You know,
Not stealing
yeah,
gunpowder.
I don't want them being able to scoop up any of that gunpowder, you know, that stuff's expensive.
All right.
I'm missing 4 primers. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, that was a terrible drug dealing reference. Anyway, so clearly this was actually posted on Elon's Twitter, right? Now, one of the crazy things is that someone followed up with a response. Let me make sure this is showing up on your end. Okay. And it says, let me see, enter full screen. There we go. Now, of course, you can absolutely trust anyone with the username Balls Deep Capital. Okay, let's just start with that. And it starts with common sense says otherwise. Begins with quotes. I've known Jeff Epstein for 15 years. Terrific guy. Trump told, I can't do the Trump voice. I'm just telling you. Trump told New York Magazine in 2002, he's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do. That's weird. That's almost like a I promise I'm not gay thing to say. Like, that's weird. And many of them are on the younger side. Oh, dude, come on. So let's zoom in a little on this here. Let's see how that looks to you guys. Okay. All right. So bam. We got some Maxwell's in there. We got some Epstein's in there. We got some. Oh, look at that. That is adorable. Oh, look at them. Look at that. And by the way, guys, this is not like a bash Trump or bash Elon or bash. I'm just looking at what people are saying. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Right. I voted for the guy. I'm just multiple times,
3
actually.
times.
Yeah. Like, I just,
Somebody said that's how he met Melania. Was through Epstein.
Interesting. Okay. Who is that down there?
Where?
This has to be like, yeah, I don't know, because like I don't know. I'm not gonna like guess about anything, but either way,
they both ran Palm Beach for a long time. That was both of their stomping grounds. And Trump did kick him out of his Trump Tower, Mar-a-Lago, whatever it is over there. He kicked him out over some weird stuff. I don't know. Maybe it was playing 3D chess, and he was like, bro, I got to kick you out because I'm going to be president not too long, and I got to make sure I disassociate everything with you. I don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know nothing.
He had apparently, we don't know anything. We've been told things, but dude, we're all being lied to constantly. And it was something about like him being super weird with like one of the or some of the girls that work there, the younger girls that work there, something like that, like a waitress or something. Yeah, basically him being inappropriate with women. She's sitting in jail and not a single client. Chess when the media is playing checkers. I don't know, man. Media is. I mean, a lot of it, we see a lot of what happens in the media as a joke because we can see through a lot of it. But the people that aren't expecting the media to lie to them, they rely on it for everything because they're like, why would the media lie? They want me to watch it. They want me to consume it. Why would it doesn't make sense to them? So I don't know. But what are your thoughts on all this?
I think today was a massive embarrassment. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from here. There could be massive riots and protests over it. There could be, that could be considered leaking national security information. It could be considered a lot of things that I think we're going to see play out. However, I do think with this World War III and the hit on with Ukraine hitting Russia real hard, and I think it's time for another massive distraction, and Russia's going to have to step up to the plate and do their job in the whole thing.
So it's interesting you say that because timing is everything. And it's funny, right? When you said that, Lightning McQueen put distraction.
Boom.
There's nothing that they want more than a distraction at a time like this. And with everything going on, which we'll touch back on in a second, with Ukraine and Russia, the most logical thing to disrupt the sound waves and to give us a distraction that lasts for a long time is what? War.
Absolutely.
Wagging
the dog.
Yeah, that is the ultimate distraction. I got to grab a drink real quick. Can you take the helm for like 2
For
seconds?
sure.
Or more like 30 to 60 seconds, but I'll be right back.
Gotcha. So yeah, I do think that that dog might be getting wagged soon. I think the response from Russia is something that should be happening. Me and DLD were actually on the phone, and I was like, man, what could distract from this whole event is like, a massive response from Russia, a nuke being dropped. And he was like, and he'll kind of address it a little better, but he was like, well, there was a phone call with Vladimir Putin today or yesterday. And I guess Trump and Putin had a discussion about their response, and Trump had basically told him, well, I'm not going to say don't do it. I'm not going to stop you. So I think Dark will have more of the words on that because he was the one that told it to me. But a lot of chaos, man. And I don't think it's good for the markets. I don't think the economy is going to get any better because this is just looking like a giant mess. The big, beautiful bill is also something that is so large. If you guys have been following Black Scout's gone back and forth on Trump's a bad guy, Trump's a good guy. The big, beautiful bill's great. The big, beautiful bill's horrible. Even Alex Jones is saying, though, that big, beautiful bill and what it does for AI and basically deregulates AI for like 10 years is not a good thing. It's like a full AI takeover. And then, what's the name of the company? Peloton? I'm not sure, but that company and it's not Larry Fink, it's another guy. But Trump has put him in charge of a lot of stuff and everything going on with Israel. So like all of that stuff that we're talking about, we haven't even brought up Israel yet. And that whole situation with Iran. So there's just so many things on the table, guys. And with Agenda 2030, 5 years away, and Palantir, that's it, gutter cheese. You guys should look into Palantir and who operates and owns all that stuff. But it's just not looking good for us for the next few years, you guys. My plan right now is to finalize some preps. I've been finalizing some rifle builds, citing in every single fully complete build that I have, spending some time behind it, writing a little bit of data and understanding some holds and distances. But then like I'm cutting it off. Like I'm getting to where I need to on that stuff. I'm cutting it off and I'm just focusing on food, water, ammo, and all the stuff that to maintain that level of storage and continuing to grow that and the resupply and maintenance of those things, because man, all of us, tomorrow is D-Day, guys. It's going to be the 6th of June tomorrow. It's the anniversary of D-Day. And we're on the verge of seeing this all play out all over again. And we've experienced a great time of plentifulness in America. And it's just looking like we're going to need to, which most of you guys out there are already registered your minds in that direction, but it's time to take your preparedness seriously, being with your group. Did you catch any of what I said?
The like first 10 seconds when I walked away and the last 10 seconds when I walked back. Yeah.
So tomorrow is the anniversary of D-Day.
And
yeah, it's just a lot. And everything that we mentioned, we haven't even got into Israel and Palestine. And so
yeah, there's actually a lot. We have to get into. And also,
but number one, guys, get your finances in order, get your preps in order. And at the end of the day, the only people you can lay it all on the line for, be close with them. Make sure you got a tight circle. And if you don't, reach out to people and say, now's the time. If people can't realize now is the time to consider tightening up their emergency action plans, then I don't know what they're thinking, but it is not looking good. People who are fans of Trump, people who are fans of the left, like, it doesn't even matter. I think today with Elon doing that was a very unifying, like, yes, you have all the people who are like, the Democrats would have laid that out there years ago if that was true. But they also would have to incriminate all of themselves.
Everyone else. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, something came up I have to knock out real quick. This is
No worries.
if I don't get it done before 12 o'clock midnight, then I'll be in a little bit of trouble.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but how many of them would be implicated if you know, well, the Democrats would, and how many people said that the Democrats would have put this out forever ago? There wouldn't have even been a Russia or a Steele dossier, or bro.
Yep.
Trust. When they look at, okay, yeah, you would implicate him, but it's the auto delete button for all of us, bro.
Yeah.
They're not gonna implicate themselves and all their homies like that. That's not how they get down.
That's the comment that I saw that resonated the most today, Gerald, is, well, Elon, if you knew this, then why did you support him in the election? Why were you riding with him? Elon was playing politics because he makes most of his money off government checks, like Bernie Sanders, right? The guy's such a genius, but he makes most of his money off Bernie Sanders style paychecks from the government. And, well, if you guys, I know we've been seeing this UFO stuff. So not to like derail everything, but let's say the government has had their own anti-gravitic magnetic field propulsion style technology. We don't need rockets. Like, rockets are old stuff, right? That's before World War II. We had rockets. So the fact that it's like, well, Elon has these rockets that land themselves and are reusable. Dude, I think, honestly, this is my opinion. No one has to agree with this. But I think the rockets is like just a massive distraction and money funneling plan and a way to distract the population. Because pretty sure Nikola Tesla and a lot of other technology they've been working on since World War II, the D-Glock, as people, it's called the D-Glock, Glock with an E. Look it up. They have this stuff. They have to play a certain game with us over here. And I don't even know what game they're getting at anymore. But I mean, that's my take on that stuff. So like whatever we're seeing, it is all a show. The world is a stage. Mm-hmm. And whatever fiddle they're playing for us, it's going to culminate into whatever plan they have for humanity, which it does seem like what is written on the Georgia Guidestones. Like they want to get rid of most of us. And the best way to do that is for sure famine, world war, take out the grids, create as much this country versus that country, wars and rumors of wars, these things.
That sounds familiar. You know, war and rumors of war.
Yeah. Earthquakes in diverse places. There's Mount Etna erupting. There's, all kinds of stuff. I think someone just posted that there was an earthquake in Tennessee the other day. So shout out to all the people in North Georgia and Tennessee. I hope you guys are doing well. Dang. If anybody's in that area, drop it in the chat and let us know if you felt it.
Yeah, for real. So you hit on a couple important things, though. You hit on famine, world war, and so we know a lot of this is distraction techniques. Well, no, we know. It appears that a lot of this could be distraction techniques.
I think a lot of it is more misdirection than distraction because they have to give you something, right? So like, just keep looking. Look, squirrel. Well, squirrel. Here's another squirrel.
Also, maybe if people were looking at, and look, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, you're a leftist, you're a right wing conspiracy. Like, dude, if this is I could not. I'll put it like this, and I'll speak for both of us. Both of us would not identify as a leftist or as a, right-wing conservative Republican, right? Like we're both about freedom, liberty, independence, and we're about our natural rights that are given to us by God that are supposed to be protected by the Constitution.
For
And
sure.
not only the Constitution of the United States, but the Constitution of our individual states as well. So would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, I mean, I think we could call ourselves like constitutional Christian deists.
Maybe not deists, but
Well, I mean, Christian deist, right? Like we believe
okay,
in a God. It's just a Christian God, and we're
yeah.
constitutional.
So like we said before, Christian constitutionalist conservatives, because there is an element of what we had that I think
I think we're more
conserved.
Instead of conservative, I feel like we would identify more with like the title of like conservationist.
That, you know what, I like that. Let's see, and the whole label thing just sucks, right? Like but you bring up some valid points, I think, that are worthy of further discussion, because so check this out. So we're talking about war, famine, and misdirection, misleading, distractions, red herrings, whatever you want to call them. So we did a whole live stream on Operation Spider's Web, which, if you guys didn't see, what is going on weeknights? There's less than 40 people in here. Like, that's crazy. I mean,
I just think no one gets the notification. Like, I noticed the other night you guys were on. I did not get a notification. I knew you were live, and I went. I check. I'm like, am I getting a note? No, I had to go to your page.
That's crazy.
And I usually do get yours, but all of a sudden I didn't.
Yo, facts, Agorizer. I would accept a government small enough to fit inside the Constitution to start. Yeah.
Yes.
Facts. Yeah, labels, LGBTQs. Yeah.
Please
and
label
silent number
me.
2. Please, I need a label, and then I need a new label because I don't fit inside this label God gave me. All right, sorry, I keep getting distracted. So, okay, so we did a whole show, not me, Red Dawn, but on DLD After Dark, we did a whole channel, show on the channel about Operation Spider's Web. Operation Spider's Web was the drone attack that Ukraine had, and honestly, it's pretty amazing stuff that, like, with $400 to $600 drones, they were able to take out 41 multi-million-dollar aircrafts. Like, now, not all of them were operational, but still, holy cow, like, that's crazy, right? So we went over that whole thing, and here's the crazy thing. Why did Russia invade Ukraine? Why did they annex Crimea? Why did they, take off? And he said why multiple times. If y'all don't stop expanding NATO to the east into our territory, if you don't stop, like, the moment that they were like, dude, Scott Ritter in like 2010 was in front of the Congress and what the DOJ, whatever, those televised meetings. Scott Ritter, which, whatever, people say he's unhinged and crazy. People say the same thing about me and others, but he was like, Vladimir Putin says, or, well, I think, whatever, I don't know exactly how he said it, but he essentially said, Russia says, if we continue to expand NATO onto their territory, they said they are going to invade Ukraine. They're going to annex Crimea and basically go on like a war-torn bloodbath, like, tirade to just neutralize them and take, what they believe is theirs, right? And again, the whole political thing, what you believe, I believe in this side. I believe in this side. I believe in Ukraine and Russia and Israel and Palestine. We're not talking about that, okay? We're just talking about things that have occurred, okay? If you're crazy, then I'm a nutcase. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the party. I think most of us try to stay, like, level-headed as possible. Okay, so he said that 2010, Scott Ritter, who was working, I believe, with the CIA at that time, said, if we don't stop, he said he's going to do these things, and he will do these things. Well, we didn't stop. We may have like feigned compliance for a little bit, right? But we're America, so can't nobody tell us what to do. So we eventually continued expanding NATO, and we're like, hey, Ukraine, you want to join? We installed a president over there, of course, who was a former.
Staged coup.
Yeah, that's all, no big deal. And then he did what he said that he was going to do. He invaded, he annexed Crimea, and it's been a bloodbath since then, right? Regardless of, well, I think this person's winning, this person's winning. Well, I want these people to, doesn't matter. Okay, we're talking about what happened. And I just don't want people that, with Ukraine flags in their bio and stuff to come in here talking all this smack. We're not talking about who's pro what. Like, honestly, I don't care. I care. You know what I care about? The United States of America. That's what I care about. Bingo. Sorry. So anyway, so at that point, he did what he said he was going to do. And it's not the first time that he did what he said he was going to do. And it seems that he's pretty matter of fact on these kinds of things. So it seems like, because they're actually, sorry, let me back up. So Operation Spider's Web takes place, right? And with like $400 to $600 drones, they totally neutralize 41 pieces of aircraft that can never be made again, ever. Every single person who developed these aircraft, they're gone, dead and gone. They'll never be made again. They can never be replaced, even if they, could or wanted to afford it. They can't do it. So they're going to need to be.
They lost that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Yes, and they're literally going to have to use like another nation's technology. I wonder who they're going to partner with.
China.
Yeah. So basically, this operation took place, if you guys didn't see it, where multiple shipping containers with false ceilings ended up launching a bunch of fiber optic controlled drones to go FPV themselves into these Russian bombers, some operational, some functional. It's supposed to be approximately 41 of them that were destroyed, which is like over $800 million, if that's true, right? Not to mention the fact that they're like never able to be.
I wonder if Russia has a money printer also.
I'm going to guess they do, especially since Putin's willing to like starve his entire country to let this war continue. I mean, I don't know. I would just assume so. But like 12 to 24 hours after that attack takes place, they neutralized 2 bridges that not only collapsed bridges, but also stopped these train rails from moving. So you're just completely like toasting logistics, right? So, and that's how the military moves stuff, right? So you have issues moving stuff via road with the bridge, and you have issues with them moving stuff militarily on the. You good?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, thanks. Dude.
I know. I
was like, this would not be good.
Well, I'm waiting a second to see what am I grabbing. It's a flashlight, probably.
Okay, it's like flashlight gun. Dude, I almost went for my gun when I heard that. I was like,
I'm gonna go cry.
I can't show it right now, but my gun is literally
everything is safe, guys.
Good.
If it wasn't, you all would know it.
Yo, I was like thinking in my head, like, do I have to take your video down before you go clap somebody?
I went straight for like, well.
And this is why we always say carry a gun inside your house. If you don't carry a gun inside your house, you're tripping. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
What were we saying?
My house is very dynamic.
Yeah.
For anybody who's been on the phone with me or called me, I have a very dynamic household. But yeah, so Ukraine took out a lot of stuff in Russia.
Even Russian aircraft will have made in China stickers.
Everything.
Took out the bridges, two train rails, train tracks that had bridges going over. Then they also took like 3,200 pounds of TNT to the bridge going into Crimea, all sorts of stuff, right? literally like 12 to 24 hours, this coordinated attack that is specifically, they did something, though. Ukraine did something to make it look like they weren't specifically targeting their nuclear power. They were targeting their ability to launch missiles into their area, right? So the planes that were equipped to only launch nuclear stuff, they did not target. They only launched stuff towards planes that could launch missiles and nuclear stuff, because they didn't want Russia to be like, our the three legs of nuclear capabilities that we have are being attacked. We need to strike on a nuclear level, right? So I mean, I
It
guess
still might happen.
for sure, yeah, absolutely. Look, there is no way you can count on what direction they're going to go.
Can I ask you a question on your Instagram? All of you guys, are you guys not seeing like tons and tons of Russian soft gear posts that are in Ukraine? Like it's written in Ukrainian?
No.
Dude, I see them like in extra. Put a one in the chat if you are on Instagram and you see just tons and tons and tons of Ukrainian. We're selling this. We're selling these shoes. We're selling this backpack. We're selling this plate carrier. It's
You're
written in
talking
Ukrainian.
like special forces gear for sale from Ukraine.
It's not even. I mean, it's not even special forces fire radar season. It's just like, look at this, and it's all written in Ukrainian. Backpacks, freaking everything, just anything, shoes, pants.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, soft gear. I thought you said soft gear, like special operations forces or whatever.
Oh no, yeah, soft gear.
Lightning McQueen.
My Sig 3 when?
I think he's playing. He plays a lot. He's a jokester. He's a comedian.
I actually did get a text the other day that my boy was dry firing his Sig 320 with the Safariland holster. Put it in the holster, heard a click, pulled it out, dead trigger, and it had fired without a round in the chamber. Thank God.
Yeah. Yo, that's terrifying, dog. Ironically, the drones that attacked were most likely powered by Chinese silicon chips. Absolutely. Chips are delicious too, but chips aren't allowed in Red Dawn's house or mine anymore because of choking incident.
Could you imagine though in World War III, like how so many people are all fighting each other with stuff that's made in China?
Oh, for sure, dude. That's and I love how people are like, yeah, we do have comms, but we just use our cell phones. It's like, do you not understand how compromised?
I would love to really be the insider that's like on the map, like looking at everyone's phones.
just what the dudes that haven't run nods yet, that don't know their phone flashes IR like every 15
taking
seconds.
Pictures of you every
right, like, dude, they'll see. They're like, oh, I'm running my phone on my Juggernaut case on plate carrier. It's like every person that walks in front, it's like IR. You're like, oh, I see you. I'm using my laser rangefinder. It's like, I see you got a lightsaber shooting out. Anyway, sorry. So, okay, going back to this. Within like 12 to 24 hours of Operation Spiderweb taking place, Russia actually had already, goodness gracious, had already spoken out and I can pull this up on here, man. You so smart.
So I mentioned it earlier while you were gone, but didn't you say that Trump and Putin had a phone conversation?
That's exactly what I'm getting to. Okay. So, yes, I can pull up the notes on my computadora. Dope. Okay, so basically within 12 to 24 hours of this happening, the attack, the drone attack, which was actually super creative. They had these metal shipping containers that were modified, remotely open with a false ceiling. Drones flew out. There were like 7 or 8 lines of 3 or 4 in each one. and they're just flying out, and they're going in their FPV and directly into the engines, fuel reserves of these bombers. And within 12 to 24 hours of that happening, this what was it called? Let me get the exact name of it, because I don't want to misspeak. 717 Rider, brother, again, thank you for that Cash App, dog. I appreciate you.
Yo, shout out to all of our men and women that fought in World War II. It is now the anniversary of D-Day. I hope we're not about to have another one. But
dude, it's
just be as Scar in The Lion King said,
be prepared. Dude, I'll tell you, man, it's a terrifying thing to have the elder generations of of people around our age to have their parents that fought in Vietnam, that fought in, that not only, right, the GWAT, going back to all the different conflicts that we've had, going back to World War II. And we talked about this. I had family that fought in the Civil War, and I mean, none of us want our children, a lot of us have kids, none of us want our children to have to live in these conditions, but we don't have the control. I mean, what can we do, but prepare. So this was 22 hours after the incident at the European Vilnius summit, which President Zelensky did attend. They announced the irreversible path of Ukraine joining NATO. Now, I want you guys to think about this, because Russia is saying we need to respond. There's actually already, from what I've been told, because there's spies on both sides, there's already nuclear devices on the opposition side. Okay, so if this is true and Russia already has nuclear devices aimed towards or in, if Russia already has those devices in or pointed at Ukraine already, the moment that they do this terrible, huge, I mean, very, very costly to Russia attack, and they say, oh, okay, we're going to let Ukraine join NATO, bro, what?
Add double.
Yeah, okay, if think about that. If they are part of NATO, if they join NATO, there is no way to back out of this war, right?
But I just don't understand. Trump is in office. They didn't join NATO under Biden. Now Trump is there. He's supposed to be the guy, and somehow they're getting into NATO anyway.
Dude, they said it. They said once we stop sending $50 to $60 billion to Ukraine, watch to see where that same $50 to $60 billion gets sent to, because the MIC, the military-industrial complex, is always hungry, and there's going to be conflict always. It just depends where it is and to what scale and to what size, so which really is scale. But man, I mean, this would literally pull us into war nearly immediately if it is true, and if they are going to join. And maybe they said that as a flex, but I mean, if Ukraine is joining NATO and they are a NATO ally, then up until this point, I'll be honest, Russia has been super chill about us literally giving lethal aid to Ukraine. Any other country would have been like, yo, you do that again? Imagine being in a fist fight and someone literally walks over brass knuckles and a knife to a guy, and then he goes back in the fight and they're like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? You're like, oh, I didn't give him lethal aid. It's up to him if he wants to use those brass knuckles and that knife. No, you're giving him the capability to kill my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're looking at this. There is no way for us to back out of that situation. And if they are a part of NATO, and if they are attacked, I mean, they're engaged in a ground war daily, right? There's no way that we can't be engaged with that, which this happens to be falling right around the same time that all the stuff is coming out about Trump and Elon and all this. And I just think that it's a little strange that we may want to be entering World War IV while all this is going on. I just think it almost guarantees that we're going to be getting into some type of military conflict with Russia.
Well, they've been playing at this since the 80s,
Yeah.
Red Dawn, right? We have propped Russia up to be our enemy for a very, very long time.
Really, the 50s, right? Back when we were hunting commies, and if you come to a protest in support of communists, you're getting tracked by the
Yep.
FBI, you know? Like
Yeah.
very different times. Dude,
Yes,
you know
yeah,
what?
for
This is
sure.
the new thing. FNATO. That should be the new acronym. FNATO.
Finado.
FNATO. CIA, USA created our enemies. 100%. They always create them, train them, arm them, fund them, then leave them, and then we end up fighting them later. That's always what happens.
I think Garen Wilson, so he says he's calling his bluff. He wouldn't do the nuclear option. I think the nuclear option, if it will be used like in a severe manner and it would make a difference on anything, like I think we are the target. I think if nuclear is an option, that's reserved for someone like us that is so heinous, so remote where they could blow this place to smithereens and they're probably not going to sniff a wind of it.
They would never live to see it. I disagree only because and I'm not saying I don't disagree necessarily with you, Garen. And although I agree with you, Red Dawn, that we deserve it, right? Like collectively as a nation, we deserve it. But I think that recently in Putin's dialogue about this, he keeps calling Ukraine and Ukrainians terrorists, right? And he said that this drone mission, Operation Spider's Web, was a terrorist attack. It seems like he's like leaning towards that. Oh, they're terrorists. We need to neutralize all terrorists. I could see him. It would be worse for them if they were to engage in any activity with anything new, any nuclear devices at all with us.
I don't even think they have a choice.
They're not
They
going to
could-
live to smell the smoke.
I mean, but how long has this war gone on where he said it'll be over in 3 days? It's 3 years now, dude, and you're getting more stuff blown up and you're taking more damage.
And that's you brought up.
Like,
Okay,
do you have a choice, or are you going to lose Russia at some point?
Yeah. You brought up another good point too. The phone call. I forgot to bring. I got distracted. Look, guys, it's hard to do the thing and have the conversation and read the chat and read the notes and all that. My apologies. We're all over the place.
Give me just. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. So Red Dawn and I were talking earlier, and there was a phone call. I believe it was today. Excuse me, between Putin and look, I'm not a Putin simp. I'm not a Ukraine simp. I'm not like, again, y'all know me. Y'all know that I care about the United States of America. I care about our natural rights that were given to us by God that are supposed to be protected by the Constitution. That's my bar. That's my barometer. That's it. All this other stuff is just a distraction. And I'm not necessarily saying that it's all a distraction from the anyway. So as we're talking about all this stuff, there was a phone call from between Putin and Trump, and it was reported on today, and it had said that Putin basically had said through an interpreter that these terrorists had attacked, and these terrorists had cost them 41 they didn't say the exact number, but using that number, 41 airships, and then it seems that they're trying to attack their one of the legs of their nuclear capabilities, which worries them and whatever, and that he thinks it's in the best interest of his country to retaliate in a big way. And Trump said, I'm not going to give you a green light, but I'm not going to get in your way either. It's like, yo, that's like, asking like your mom if you can go out to a party and she's like, no. And then you go to your dad and you're like, Dad, can I go out to the party? He's like, I'm not going to tell you yes, but I'm not going to tell you no either. I know that girl is there that you've been wanting to talk to. You know what I mean? Like it's it's kind of crazy, and that would be the distraction that would pull the attention and the focus away from the whole Epstein list thing. I just think it's crazy to be the one that was like, we're gonna end this war, it would be over in in a day or whatever, and then see it. I mean, at the possibility of nuclear conflict, which again, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. But even if it was just an ass load, bro, the Russians are cranking out like 50 to 60 drones a day. And they said that it would be easy for them to just take 6 to 7 days and just send over 100 over to them and just. And they said if they did, that they would be aiming at infrastructure. They'd be aiming at electricity, water. What else did they say? Power, Wi-Fi. Sorry. Electricity, power, water, like infrastructural things, which is crazy.
Make sure you guys are storing water, man. I was so I'm a moderator over at Magic Prepper's channel, and Monday nights he does his live. Shout out to Magic Prepper if you guys aren't following him. Love his channel. But there was a guy in the chat who was like, do you guys really think we might ever be in a position where we don't have access to water?
Yes.
And we were like, you may have access to it, but you might not want to drink that water. So there's, it's just a weird time. And unfortunately, I'm glad and appreciative to everybody in this chat, because you guys know and listen to us talk about this, man. It's so nice that at least we know some people are ahead of the curve, because there's people out there with their head in the sand, even with everything going on. Is it not a shocker that more people that you've talked to about being prepared haven't started to really prepare and take it seriously?
That's what I was going to say. It's like most people, there are even a lot of people out there like us that see things the way that we do, that know what's going on, but still don't take the steps to prepare. I mean, it's really similar to like, so like we've been focusing a lot on like getting in better physical shape, right? Because if things do pop off, you're going to need to be able to run, right? You're going to need to be able to run, maybe a couple miles with kit on, and carrying your kid over your, like fireman style, carry your kid with kit on. And you never know what you're going to have to, if you
at
can't
least be able to sprint 200 yards, 200 meters
with
and not
70
be
pounds
dead.
If you run 200 yards and collapse on the ground wishing you were dead, then that's you know that's something that
that's not good.
you got to work on. And that's, dude, I've been working on that too. You've been working on it. Other folks that y'all know, content creators, it's something that we've all kind of been physical shape as I start eating ice cream.
It's hard. Hey, ice cream, dude, if you guys got the money out there, get the Ninja ice cream machine. It is so fire. You could literally take a banana, shove it in there, and it will turn a banana into ice cream. You can make ice cream out of all kinds of healthy stuff.
Dang. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, I mean, it's also cool to like just have like ice and salt and like milk and vanilla and just kind of do it yourself, It's cool. And like to do it with the kiddos and be like, yo, shake this for a few minutes, and like it's cool to like, but a lot of people don't even know stuff like that, right? Like, and we talked about like how important skills are if everything did fall apart. But here's the to make things even crazier. Okay, we talked about Spider's Web. We talked about the event itself. We talked about the aftermath, dude. Hey, and it was so funny. Like Russia is like, I mean, the remaining pieces of these destroyed aircraft on the runway could be removed with a pressure washer, right? I mean, they were like dust, right? And which makes
you mean like the scene in Pennsylvania after
Yeah, it was almost
after the
like,
shooter where they were like pressure washing all the roof
you
where
know,
the
it's
shooter
funny though,
was.
but there were still like wings and things like that. So maybe not completely, you know. Um, but there was still clearly a plane there once, right? There was at least proof that there was a plane there. I may have had a family member at the Pentagon on a certain date that, whew, when you live through it, uh, and you live to talk about it, you may have seen different things, very different things. And it's interesting if you look at all the people that did survive the incident at the Pentagon that are now mysteriously dead. Anyway, moving along. It was funny because they were actually, because they know when the satellites go over, they know when they take pictures and recordings and all that. They were parking functional planes over the area where the other one was destroyed and like just dust to make it look like they repaired it. And they said that, oh, they repaired a whole bunch of them and that none of them were fully compromised and that they're all able to be repaired. Like, bro, who you lying to? Me or you? You know, like,
Boom!
I've seen the
We
picture.
didn't lose anything, guys.
Yeah, right. I mean, billowing smoke up to the heavens, and you're like,
Honestly, I think most of the
good to go.
lies our governments tell us are for us to keep morale.
For sure. Yeah.
Like they could care less about what people think around the world, really. They have to keep us in line.
Yeah. So, we also talked about the things like, Chinese, immigrants coming over legally, illegally,
I
buying
haven't seen any of
property.
them getting roped up by ICE.
You know,
Maybe there's some stories out there.
I think there would be, and I think there would also be stories of them leaving before things get too hot. It wouldn't make sense for an immigrant that's an actual spy to overstay their visa if they need to get data back to
Or
China.
they have their own companies here where they can issue their own work visas to their own
Yeah,
people and make them
yeah.
employees. So they're
Like
technically not illegal rapidly.
like Flannery
Interesting.
and Associates in California, completely
Yeah.
surrounding Travis Air Force Base, whose address leads back to a UPS mailbox, which, by the way, my business leads back to a UPS mailbox too. So I'm not saying it's always sketchy, but
So all the Chinese places are like Flannery, Margiano's. They're just using
Flannery and
a bunch of
Associates, Flannery and
European
Bros.
names as
Yeah,
their
yeah.
spots.
It
They're
sounds like,
smart, bro.
is this an Irish company? What is this? So okay, all right. Here's the crazy thing. We talked about this literally on the last show. We showed a map courtesy of Black Scout Survival. Okay. Now really he got it from somewhere else, but I showed it. It had I took a screenshot of it and he was showcasing it on his show before. So I want to give credit where credit's due. And I've gotten a lot of good info from his show. And we showed this last time. I mean, Travis Air Force Base is, and this was like a year ago, right? Completely encapsulated by and most of it's, just hilly land, about 20% of it is farmland. Definitely access to agricultural land, 100%, right? But something interesting happened very recently. There was a Chinese couple, both here on work visas. One of them was a student at the University of Michigan, and the other was a boyfriend. The boyfriend was a scientist of biochemical pathogens, and they actually got caught. Now, here's the crazy thing.
I
There,
wonder if he ever worked at the Wuhan lab of
the Wuhan
COVID
lab,
virology.
maybe. Um, here's Look, when we're looking at years and years and years of people coming in here illegally, we don't know what anyone brought in, right? Now, these people were going through screening, and the CBP, Customs Border Protection, the CBP was like, I don't know what it was, but something made them hip to the fact that they may be, smuggling something through. Well, they found out that he was smuggling something through, and he was like, "No, no, that's just my toothbrush container or whatever." And then he was like, "Actually, it's a biochemical pathogen."
In a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, in my toothbrush container. So at first they both tried to lie. The CBP was able to locate it in their belongings. The pathogen is called Fusarium graminearum and causes head blight with crops. And head blight destroys crops in like a devastating numbers, and can completely destroy cops on like cops crops on like a massive scale, right? Moreover, in addition to that, it also has significant effects to, what do you think, livestock and humans. And
Humans.
guess what? Not only can
Neurological stuff, maybe.
it could be, and guess what? Not only would it kill livestock, but in humans, it causes sickness, vomiting, diarrhea, liver failure. Okay.
Wow.
And
Fungus fuckuius.
yes, fungus fucuius. And this is what I mean, dude. Thinking of this with just
The
two
entire
people,
food
right?
chain. Yeah. They said that stuff could wipe out our entire food chain. Man, I mean, most of our food chain is chemicals anyway. So,
But what? Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll just eat 3D printed meat. But what did you say earlier? War, famine, right?
Yep.
Like, dude, that's literally right up the same alley. And it's like,
is there anybody missing anything on their bingo card?
yeah, seriously, I'm this close to a bingo. Another very interesting thing is that the male in the couple is a scientist, and that he's a scientist specifically in biochemical pathogens. But the girl, the female, she goes to that school, the University of Michigan, and guess what her master degree is in?
Biochemical
Plant pathogens,
plants pathogens.
like agricultural pathogens.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, here's what I started thinking. So these are the people that got caught with something. So they must have been like, obviously, you could literally like wipe it on a piece of paper, put the piece of paper and wrap it up in something and like put it in a pack of cigarettes, and CBP wouldn't have found it, right? So I'm like, well, what if they got caught on purpose? What if the whole point of them to get caught was for other people to get through with worse stuff? You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. It just seems like, look, you never know, but there's sleeper cells. There's got to be sleeper cells.
If you're going to get people to eat 3D printed meat,
which is delicious, I will. I'm just kidding. I've never had it.
And you're going to get them to eat like Beyond Burgers and beetle bug beef patties.
Yeah.
If you're going to get people to eat this stuff, maybe you could like create a few ticks that if they bite you, make you allergic to red meat. Maybe you could start to like poison the food supply.
Maybe you could even like test those ticks in other military conflicts just to make sure that they give like Lyme's disease and meat allergies, alpha-gal. And I mean, that would be an excellent idea, like to test in different military.
Is there a place off of New York, a little island that they test a lot of that stuff at?
Nah, not here, not in the US. Come on, man. You know, it's funny though. It was agricultural pathogen. Yeah. Yeah. So interesting thing. There have literally been white papers published that showcase CIA and XYZ health organizations have literally done biochemical warfare testing using things like ticks and parasites and dropping them over an area of military conflict to just have terrible results on the enemy, to completely overload their medical staff and you know, healthcare and
look into Plum Island And if you want a quick synopsis, go to the Y-Files, type in the Y-Files, Plum Island on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you'll get a quick synopsis, but you could spend all day rabbit holing into Plum Island. And yeah, this is my question for everyone. And this is what boggles my mind the most.
And after you ask the question, we're going to come back to this real quick. So go ahead.
If you wanted to create a new world order, but there was one country out there that had freedom, liberty, and independence in their blood, and also were the most armed population in the entire world, what would you do to them?
I'd probably wipe out their food. I'd probably limit their freedom and see what happens when I did it. Probably throw a few viruses out,
Maybe turn some of the frogs again?
Yeah, I probably would devise like some crazy scheme to like make some fake thing like politics, right? And then take that and make people like so emotionally and socially invested in it, and then like colorize it, right? So that way it's like, black and white, red and blue, right and left, and then like make them like create such division that people literally like kill each other over it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would probably like get them to like wipe each other out because of hate and division and all that. I'd probably take like a small group of the people, and I would create such socioeconomic like sabotage within that group that they would just kind of take care of themselves,
Yeah.
And
socioeconomic, moral, cultural,
like delete the dads, like
food.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's probably how I would start.
Destroy the nuclear family.
Yeah.
Destroy their education system.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Destroy their medical system.
I was way back here, dude. That's like that's like in the first, third stage. And then, I mean, I'm talking like this could be like over the course of like 150, 200 years, something like that. But then I would trick them into thinking that like money was like the thing their life was about, right?
Yeah.
So that way they leave their family every day, and then their children, the people that they're responsible for, have to go to like government schools and government institutions all day, but they rely on it because they have to go get money. Right, so they're
maybe
not
tax the death out of them.
Oh, we're keeping half of it at least.
Yeah, least.
Yeah. But we'll give them like.
And then when all of that doesn't stop them,
then we're gonna start, just taking everything. 1934 times 2. But we'll tease them though. We'll be like, "Hey, you guys like silencers, don't you? You know what? You know what I'm willing to do? I'll let you have your suppressors.
I'll let AI rule my life for a suppressor.
Yeah. Just let me see your left hand.
Because I like to follow the law anyway. So
small surgery.
Sure, I'll take a social credit score.
Yeah. I've been hearing this thing that my bank is doing. It sounds really appealing. It's like they don't even have to know who you are, and they know your character by your score, right? Something like a corporate social responsibility.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Maybe we should tell them that like carbon is bad and tax them on like we should start creating carbon credits for every product, and like only allow you to buy a certain amount of carbon credited products per month.
And then increase the cost of plane tickets.
Oh, definitely. Right? And you know what? We should put on the news that a bunch of them crash all the time too.
Oh, yeah.
Scare them from not flying.
Yeah. And then some of them will probably buy private jets. And then those people that own private jets, we'll get with them to have them champion not flying airplanes because it's bad. Yeah. Don't fly in airplanes with my Learjet behind me. And then I would probably like
am I listening to Paul Harvey from the 1960s?
Yeah.
Yuri Bezmenov was 1,000% correct.
Dude, what people don't get is that Yuri Bezmenov, that was a warning. he wasn't just telling a story, right? Like he was warning us.
He was like, I know they're playing, guys. I'm gonna tell you what's going on.
Dude, for real. And like and it's not like this might start soon. I think he was okay. Yuri Bezmenov was clearly very intelligent. Have you ever heard the story about how he got out of hold on. I think he ended up in
he might have
Africa.
told the story in one of those interviews.
The dude like dressed up in like stoner equipment or equipment.
See, Fluffy? No.
Fluffy, bro. Oh, that's terrible. I still
Yeah.
got. I don't want to click away from this because I want to get back to this. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal brother, great to see you. Evening, y'all. YouTube is not showing live unless you come directly to the channel. That's why we only have 43 people in here. I'm so sorry. Horsepower Green, brother, great to see you, man. So I want to get back to this. So I'm gonna hold that for 1 sec.
I like black bean burgers too, for the record. I just don't like black beetle bean burgers.
Yeah, well, think of this. Let's say that I think you having the option to eat black bean burgers is cool, right? I have no problem with that. Now, let's switch this up a little bit, and let's say you can only eat black bean burgers
with beetles on them.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the bugs later. Once you hate black bean burgers so much and you're begging for real meat, we don't have to like tell you what the meat is, right? Like technically ground up bugs, that's meatish. Okay, but here's the deal, real quick. So he says, "Hey, black bean burgers are pretty good, and I love eating beef." So let's talk about this. So who are some of the, and then I'll kind of let you take it over. Who are some of the biggest investors in these Beyond Meat, fake meat, soy? But who are some of the biggest investors?
Gil Bates.
Gil Bates?
Gil Bates.
Master Bates?
Master Gil Bates.
Gil, he founded a very popular computadora company.
Yeah. He's also a really big proponent and philanthropist for,
mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquitoes. I was going to say something that rhymes with
bovid vaccines.
Yeah. What rhymes with that word?
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, and for all of them, I mean, and full immunity, like. Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt. Black bug burgers matter. Facts.
Dude, it is important that we joke about this because this is maddening, guys. Like
all we can do
we
is
have to laugh about it because
Yeah.
if we don't, then chairs might move.
Look,
and
they may end up against the wall.
Yeah, the chair is against the wall.
I repeat, the chair is against the wall. Look, dude. No, Elon would absolutely not get Clinton for that. He's way too high profile.
He might just have a rocket scheduled for next week.
Yeah, right. See, it's never what it is. It's what it looks like, right? It's like next you'll see Elon make a video and it'll be like him like frozen like this and just his mouth is moving and he's like, "Hey guys, so I really like traveling to the moon, so I'm going to take this rocket that I made and travel to the moon." And then he just disappears.
Yes, I do love my life. I would never harm myself. Everything on this show is for entertainment purposes and comedic relief.
Yeah.
We have not said any small hat jokes, so we should be off the radar completely.
Well, until now. Good job. I absolutely love my life too. Everything about my life. I love my daughter, and I would never leave my family or my daughter in any unless it was to go and fight for freedom, liberty, and independence. Then I'm saying pass the doobie to the left one time.
Take a freedom stick.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the deal. It's been proven that the United States, with some of the agencies have worked on things like ticks, bugs, parasites, things like that.
Allegedly.
I mean, they're like white papers that were literally like published that specifically say like DOJ, CIA, that like that. To my knowledge, that's confirmed, and I may be wrong. Oh, you're right. Allegedly. Allegedly, this may not be correct. Do your own research.
Yes.
I just got like 3 text messages when I said that. Did I say something wrong or something?
Allegedly, they have tested things on people before throughout human history. And
Yes. And
you
those
never know when you could be one of those people. So,
Yeah.
because it's a surprise whenever they decide to do it.
Well, and they're just in the world, right? And like bugs, ticks, parasites, they just continue multiplying, right? Like so, if you look at the timeline of when this fake meat stuff kind of started to show up, and the investors in that who also dabble in other things, then taking the alpha gal tick and Lone Star tick and all that. All of a sudden people are developing these meat allergies, and it's so crazy. And what do you know, the Beyond Meat company and these soy sausage and burger companies they're going through the roof. Plus it's so important to just stop eating meat completely, because meat, I mean, literally people call like, he's a red meat eating American, like they literally say, I mean, they call like meatheads is a bad thing, like meat eaters is a bad thing, the whole cow farts thing. So it is directly related to how many people have to stop eating meat, to how many people have to start purchasing fake meat. So some people have alleged that these bad actors could potentially be engaging in that type of activity to boost the profitability of their own BS companies, and the timelines kind of all line up. Like literally everything lines up.
There's a lot of crazy stuff in the world.
Ooh, Mr. Daniel, DLD, you see that Elon and Trump scheduled a makeup phone call tomorrow. What kind of psyop was all that? I wasn't aware.
Is it a
Yeah, I
public
don't
phone
know.
call?
Oh, it's not going to be public.
Should they do a podcast on Twitter like they did that one time?
Spaces, Twitter Spaces. Look,
Twitter
folks, I don't know if you guys listen to podcasts, okay, but I'm going to let you know one thing.
It's pretty interesting. They both own
folks,
social media
DLD
companies.
After Dark is hands down the best podcast in the country. I mean, hands down, folks. There's no other live stream like it. That Dark guy really knows what he's talking about.
Thank you.
Oh, and fuck the ATF.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
I heard he might merge them with the some other Marshalls or somebody.
I heard talks of that. Yeah, there was a whole thing about the gay TF merging with the DEA, and if that were to happen, it would literally supercharge the gay TF, and it would be like every gay TF field agent would become Jason
Jesus
Bourne.
Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that Jason Bourne. I
Nice,
bet he's got
Matt
a tight
Smith.
butthole too. Yeah, that
What?
Jason Bourne. I bet he's got a tight butthole too.
Oh, okay. Trump, relax, dude. Hey, Matt Smith, thank you so much. Welcome to the Kim Light Battalion, my guy. You know what? It's been a minute since I actually cracked a blue Kim Light on the show. I may only have like one more. I'm staring at a box. I got 3 boxes of Kim Lights stacked up. Hold on. I need to grab this now.
So that is crazy stuff going on. But at least we have each other, guys. And all we can do is rock out with our out. And I think that's how we're gonna go out on top, no matter what.
Oh my goodness. All right. I don't know if you guys also purchase Kim Lights by the boxes like this.
Wow.
But
Mine come in bags usually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So these are Ameriglow. Okay.
Ooh, they must
These
be good.
are super fancy. And this is 10 of them. I have one left, and this is the one for the boog. Like if stuff pops off,
Wow.
remember if you guys go out into the night, crack that blue Kim light, and we'll know not to throw rounds indiscriminately at your chest. But thank you, Matt Smith. I really appreciate you becoming a channel member.
The Chinese and the Russia are all showing up with blue Kim.
Yeah. We probably should have had a little more OPSEC about that, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Here's an idea, guy. Well, so it all started as a joke. It is still a joke, right?
For sure. The
none
real
of
color
us
is red.
Yeah, the real color is what do people not use? That was really where this all came from. My logo and all that was like, yeah, we'll just put a Kim light on our plate carrier so we know like not to murk each other in the streets. And then we were like, well, hold on, everyone uses Kim lights. So if someone's walking down the street with a Kim light and we don't lay them down, then we could get smoked. Well, what colors do people not use? Everyone uses like red, yellow, green. There's like orange and blue or IR, but the nods homies use IR Kim lights. But no one really uses orange. But some people might. Blue. No one uses blue. How often have y'all seen a blue Kim light? This for the people that I've like sent them to, because sometimes when people order stuff from dldhardware.com or definitionknives.com, sometimes I throw in a blue Kim light if I can, but I'm down to one. But
just scream out code word 1A2A.
1A, 2A?
1A, 2A.
I'm just saying, aside from the people that I've literally sent these to, you probably haven't seen many blue Kim lights like actually in person. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, my channel logo is literally about the boog. So there you go. Ed Zach, yours went out forever ago too, bro. I don't. This is crazy. Well, I will say it's been like 12 days, and
just know if your shipping gets updated tomorrow.
Oh no. Hold on, I'll actually tell you right now. Hold on. This is so crazy.
So I really hope my belt comes in tomorrow. I'm interested in this. This is the most interesting thing that I've come across that I've never used before.
Sorry, I'm not looking right now. What you're gonna have to describe with your words?
It's just a drop down for your off leg, where you can run 2 mag pouches and carry 2 extra mags or whatever you want.
Oh, and Zanti, yours says it's arriving Monday, bro. Yeah, this is USPS, my guy. I mean, I can't, and I have some other stuff from DLD. I put in that Zanti's keychain, that the SKU number was worth $999 million, 999,090. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't show up on my taxes.
I was gonna say maybe Zanti will put a return in.
Yeah, right.
Zanti, no returns. All sales are final.
Gambling, write off. Let's see. I don't think that was your name, so it was under a different name. Oh yeah, hold on. I think this was you. Hold up. Jeez. Oh yeah, yours says Monday too, bro. Yours is arriving Monday. I honestly think that you're gonna be happy when you get it. Just wait, okay? You're gonna be very happy when you get it. Bro, I'm still waiting on something I ordered from Amazon on the 18th of May. And they're like, if you don't get it by the 6th, then we'll...
I ordered one of those Nalgene canteens.
Oh, dude,
super nice.
I love those, man. I really need to get one, for real.
Oh, they were worth it. Freaking awesome.
USPS went back to horse and carriage, for real.
That picture testing.
Dude, I was about to say, I'm like, every time I click on the picture, I'm like, who take a picture of themselves? Like, oh, that's great. Great to see you testing. Yo, Gerchop.
What's up, Gerchop?
Dude, some of you guys may have not seen this, but like a few streams ago, Gurchop commented and was like, "Yo, it's me, Gurchop. I'm here." And I was like, "Yo, bro, so great to hear from you." Man, I just got to say, Gurchop, it is great to see you here. I hope you're still free. Let me know if you're still free. Everyone loves you and misses you, and it's great to see you here. And I hope you're getting ready for all-out World War IV.
And a half.
Yeah, and a half, because we've been in World War III for the last like 30 years. So,
yeah.
Orale, Garchab.
World War III was against humanity.
Yes. It was against you personally. You as an individual.
Yeah.
Growth and development.
For comedic purposes. Oh,
yes, yes. Your health, your children, fathers and household. Anyway, so yeah, this has been an interesting thing, man. And I think no matter what, even though, look, we joke a lot, and it's hard to not look at what's going on and take it personally. And dude, I'll be real. Y'all know that I lost my dad this past year, and I went over. I've been, doing my best to spend more time with my mom, and I spent a couple hours over there the other night, and it was actually after I had seen the Dirty Civilian video talking about like when is a revolt or rebellion against the government righteous, right? Like, which I think again was an excellent video. They did a really good job on that. Look, I think we're all kind of in this place where we're confused, and I sat down and talked to my mom for like a couple hours, and I was like, dude, I'm done paying into this. I'm done engaging with it. I'm done participating in it. I don't want anything to do with it. Like I literally just want to completely unplug, disengage, discharge, and bounce, take my family and bounce and live. Look, every single thing in the world that we need is given to you by God, right? And what happens? Man comes in and destroys it. Man comes in and ruins it. Man comes in and profits off of it. Because Lord knows you can't, if you're going to do anything on my block, you're going to pay a tax for that. Yeah, if I did that, you know what that's called? That's a felony.
Yep. Like,
bro, what? How can you guys do? Anyway, that's one thing. Secondly, I don't want to engage with it. I don't want to pay into it. I don't want to participate in it. Nothing. When water falls from the sky, it falls into the ground, falls into whatever, tool you use to collect it, catch it, which is illegal in most places. And that's a gift from God. That's given to you by God, right? Water goes into the ground, and you can pump it out of the ground, and you can use it to water your crops. And of course, those crops are also a gift from God. They are a blessing. Food for free, water for free. Dude, the meat that we eat reproduces right in front of us via miracle, which is childbirth. Hold on, it's let me put you on big screen. I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm taking this too far.
Another great post just now by Elon Musk. Can I get it clear? Do I need to turn like brightness down? Okay.
Angle it down a little more.
So it's two dudes arm wrestling. And the one in the red shirt says Trump on the Epstein list. The hands in the middle say active X users. And on the other side, it says Elon does ketamine, and Elon Musk reposted it with a laughing and a target.
Wow.
And I do believe someone in the chat mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I just think he's a really, really weird, quirky dude, and he's odd and uncomfortable. I don't think. I mean, he might be using drugs, but most people that use ketamine, they fall into something called the K-hole, and the K-hole is something where you are gone, bro. You're not functioning on that.
I don't think I don't think he's as smart as people assume he is.
I don't know. I just think he's weird and quirky. I really don't.
I think he stood on the backs of some unnamed giants.
Oh, for sure, no question, and that's almost always the situation, dude. Even in the beginning of um. Oh dang! My mother passed away 6 years ago, and Dad was 13 years ago. Man,
Jeez, Drew.
dude, I encourage every single one of you guys to take the time to spend time with your family. Like I was gonna reach out to my brothers and sisters and talk to them and be like, hey, be intentional about spending more time with mom. You know, she's alone now. You know, in a big house by herself, and I'm going over there changing light bulbs and just praying with her, spending time with her, and like that's man. It's something that is super important that I wish I put that level of attention to in the relationship with my father. And we did, man, our relationship was so much better from when I was a kid before he passed away. But yeah, man, that's why the Boyd was named after him because dude, I've never known a man as sharp, as strong, as committed and disciplined as my father.
That's awesome, man.
Oh,
I'm
nice
blessed.
slide
I
plane.
still have mine. I'd like to have them around more often, but
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult, man, and a lot of times the things that keep us away from our loved ones. Look, even if they're a holes, right? Even if they're difficult, even at whatever it is, um, pride and ego is it's a real thing. So if we put that to the side, and even if someone wronged you, just go apologize to them. It will totally shake them to their core. If they wronged you and you go apologize to them and show them grace, man, dude, yeah. I believe the Bible says something along the lines of even when someone is mean, evil, what I forgot the exact verbiage. Being kind to them in return is like dumping hot coals down their back. So Um, Slide Bite says, "Can't wait to get my stiffy." Yes, you're gonna get a big stiffy.
Me too, Slide Bite. I'm excited.
I need to do it. I need to get with Stifler offline, and I need to take him up on that very gracious offer of sending a slide. And you know what, dude, Stifler, if you want, I will go. I'll take that thing out. I'll take thousands of runes of ammunition and just burn through that thing, man, and just see how it holds up to some tremendous amounts of abuse if you want. Or I'll just take a beautiful slide and put it on display and tell everyone to go frequent your company. But speaking of beautiful things, we should talk. Let's talk. You know what? 443-537-9232. Why not? Throw it out there, right? You know what I'm saying? No, but for real, that's the number for DLD hardware. So it's just a Google Voice number. So it's a burner. So if anyone starts abusing that, I'll just turn it off. Um, but anyone can get that phone number by going to dldhardware.com. RDR and I just talked about biblical stories like that from the Bible, and it is so true. Facts. The K hole. Free energy has been around for 100 years, and it is in the patent list. The government has blocked it. Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely 1000%. Storage of water and food fuel is vital. Medical supplies too. Absolutely. Red Dawn and I have talked about this, and we said that if you don't have a closet or bags and bags in your home that looks like a Walgreens or CVS, step it up and get the generic brand of everything.
And learn about natural herbs and stuff. There's
Yes.
a lot of good books out there about natural remedies on. I'm trying to remember the one. I think it's called the Apothecary Medicine Cabinet. Might be something like that.
Apothecary. Yeah, yeah. Apothecary. There was even like facts, Gerchop, my bad. He said we called it Special K or K back in my day. It was strictly a rave thing, 100%. It was always at like weird, like Thursday night raves or, weekend raves. And dudes would be like slumped in the corner with a binky in their mouth, just like, like totally out. It's literally, that's what it does,
Is that
right?
that saltwater stuff that goes in the Gatorade cap?
It's actually crystals that can be put into liquids or pills, or you could snort it. I think you could shoot it too, for real.
Hey,
I believe it's water soluble. You may not be able to shoot it. I mean,
don't do drugs.
absolutely no. All drugs are bad. Okay, but
Yeah.
but like
Avoid pharmakia.
yes. But what was it's weird to see it as a therapeutic nowadays. Yeah, that's definitely weird. And you can literally get online prescriptions to ketamine for like therapy.
That's crazy. Traveler also have a lot of baking soda. Baking soda can put out some fires as well.
Yeah, dude, baking soda is so like there's so many different things you can do with it.
Skills
I
for prepping
hate
or
I
learning
told
that
you
you're
so much. Yeah. Buy physical books back. So I do want to bring this up. So you guys know I'm a 9mm head. I'm
Mhm.
mostly a Glock 9mm head, but I love
There's other guns?
you know what? I've been told there are.
Cool.
There's one that I think was actually designed as a grenade.
Sig?
Yeah, SIG. What is it? 319, 321.
I heard him make it dance.
Yeah, man, what 320? That's what it was. The Sig Sauer 320. Man-made drugs are the worst thing for people. Absolutely. So, baking soda cured my diabetes. Okay, yes, I'm a 9mm guy, and I love PDWs. I love little bad guy guns. Well, you guys know that we had SDS imports, formerly SDS imports, currently SDS Arms, come on the show last Saturday. They're putting out 2011 clones. They're putting out, they have a whole bunch of 1911s shotguns. They got M4 shotguns, a bunch of honestly really good quality Turkish guns, and they have MP5 clones that initially I was a little unsure about, but honestly, they're starting to kind of prove themselves. So I'm like, okay, I'll pay attention. I had him on the show. Jared is an awesome guy, really cool. Well, he showed something that's actually currently now available, and it is called the Mac iX. Okay, or Mac 9 iX.
I think I've looked at it.
He had one on the Rumble show that we did, and he literally held it up. It's like an AR PDW bufferless, but it's a roller delay design. But it takes MP5 magazines, and the MP5 magazine.
I know a guy with a few of those.
Me too. I actually have some, believe it or not.
You're the guy that I know.
And I actually daily carry a briefcase with 7 of them in there, 6 in the mag thing and 1 in the gun. I actually can't find the other 20-round MP5 mag that I got from Jonah. I'm like going crazy looking. Remember how you were looking for the Shellback Angler for like 2 months?
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking for this 20-round MP5.
It'll show up in the dumbest spot ever where
Yep.
you're like, how did I not see it right there?
Yeah, and it'll be like after I buy another one, but I want the one that I got from Jonah. You know what I mean?
I know the feeling.
Yeah. And man, R.I.P. Jonah. We love you and miss you.
So it's Jared with
SDS Arms.
Jared, holler at your boy Red Dawn Readiness.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna connect you guys. It'd be cool to even have him back on the show, and then have you come on too, and we'll do stuff together.
Cool.
But one thing I'm curious about, he said, hey, take a look through the guns. If there's one that you want to do like a T&E on, let me know. I'll shoot it out to you. And I don't know. I may take it, test it, and send it back. I don't know if it's mine or whatever. But during the time that I do have it, I'm certainly going to run the crap out of it. Well, this dog Kurt 20 brother, thank you so much, man. 717 Rider sent a Cash App. Thank you so much. He sent a $15 Cash App, and then right now Kurt 20 the producer of the show, sent a $25 Cash App. Brother,
Nice,
you have
bro.
no idea how much that means, brother. Thank you today for keeping me awake during night shift, brother. Thank you, Dougie. I appreciate you, man. All of this is going towards ammo, and it's going towards ammo for something specific, because after looking through their 2011 clones, the stuff that they have available, the MP5s, I was like, look, here's what I'm interested in. I think my viewers, and you guys let me know if I'm wrong, okay? If I'm totally off base with you guys. I said, I think my viewers would most appreciate the compact 2011, the comped full size 2011, the MP5K, or the Mac iX, which is like a hybrid of this MP5 AR bufferless design, like squished into a little package. And after talking to him, he was like, man, you really got some expensive taste. I was like, yeah, I'm just saying that's what I think my viewers will like. He says, does this tickle your fancy? And he sent me this picture. And I said, you know what? Actually,
Does it come with the acro?
it most certainly does not. I'm going to get it butt naked with nothing on it. The magazines that come
That
with
thing's
it,
sick.
it is nasty. It is nasty. The magazines that come with it are modified so that it holds the bolt open.
Sick.
MP5K actually. So that is one of the things that I consider doing. It was on the list, but I do have an MP5K already. Yeah, I'm with you on the platypus tip. We're going to talk about that another time too. But yeah, Red Dawn, what are your thoughts on this?
That thing's awesome. That's like my ideal style 9mm PCC. Folding stock, roller delayed,
Brace.
AR. Oh, that is a brace. That is correct. Folding brace for.
I actually have the
one-handed.
same brace
Nice.
for one-handed.
One-handed manipulations.
Yes.
And
For our veterans, thank you for your service.
yes. Kurt, you ain't got to do that for me, Kurt.
Oh, did he shoot you one too?
Yeah, $25 Cash App, Kurt. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that.
Kurt's out here bulling.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, brother. And thank you for supporting Red Dawn too, man. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kurt.
Yeah.
It's very helpful right now. Very helpful.
Drewski, just real quick, Drewski, he actually sent me this link. He said PSA had a Mac iX for under $700. Blowback design. Oh, I thought it had one bearing in it for delay.
Yeah, I heard that on the live stream. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look at it. I thought it was delayed blowback, but I'll take a look. I mean, pretty soon I'll have. Oh, I got to send him that email with the details.
That's ideal, man. That is, for me, that is exactly what I want. Perfect style PCC. I mean, I have the KP9, but and I think I talked to you about this. I just love AR style charging handles. I would even, for that, man, I would even think about putting one of those little folding pistol grips on it. See what type of small mag I could get on there and fold that thing up and.
Bro, the 20 rounders are mad small. The only issue I have with a 20 rounder is that I got 20 rounds in my waistband, so to only have 20 rounds in the PDW, but I mean it keeps it in the same size of the length of the grip. So if you were to keep a 20 rounder in there,
you might as well leave the grip.
Yeah. But I mean, you're right. You could if you get a folding grip and you put it in a bag with no mag in it or a mag next to it or something, So here's what my plan is.
Just
So
stick one in the chamber with the safety on.
yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. So I'm after speaking with Jared, he said I do have some of these allotted for doing the thing. So I plan on putting this thing to the test, running a bunch of rounds through it. I'm pumped about it. It's a really, really, really cool gun. I mean, this is like the ideal tiny micro pistol caliber subgun PDW kind of thing. And the dope thing is that it does take AR FCGs, fire control groups. So the first thing I'm gonna do when I pop that bad boy open is I'm gonna look. Yes, I'm gonna see if there is, because I can't find pictures of the bolt currently. If there is a sear trip on the bolt, and it is in the correct spot to hit the floppy do on the fart. Yeah, the doohickey on the fart. Then I could actually run the fart in this. If I can run the fart in this thing, yo, that thing is gonna be nasty. And I know people say just get a 9mm AR. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No. Who wants to run a buffered AR in 9mm? I mean,
nobody.
It's
unless
cool.
you have one, then run the piss out of it.
Yeah, if you already got it, run it. But like, I want to make these guns as small as humanly possible to fit in the tiniest little sack possible, to where when you bust that thing out, it's like, whoa, how'd you fit all that in the, But if this thing can fart and it runs on MP5 mags and I can run a tri-mod.
Is it an ARP that farts?
If it's an ARP that farts and it's in 9mm, yeah, it's gonna be pretty nasty. Obviously, I'll throw the can on
9
it.
Marky Mark.
9 Marky Mark, dude. This is gonna be cool. I'm pumped. I'm excited, and
I love that thing. I mean, what a beautiful design. Honestly, I mean, you got M-Lock on there already.
Mm-hmm.
You could toss on. I think the perfect flashlight is that Surefire Micro. Fire for guns.
Scout or whatever.
Yeah, the Micro Scout. It's like tiny.
Tiny. And I might be crazy, but you know what I kind of want to do with this? If I can make it fart, for people out there, I'm talking about making it fire very quickly.
Put a can on it, get an extended rail. It must take AR rails.
I don't know. That could be a proprietary rail. I'm not sure. It kind of looks regular.
Looks regular to me.
If it does, I mean, that'd be fire. If it does, I don't know. Is the front takedown pin? No, the takedown pin is in the receiver. Yeah, I was like, that looks kind of weird. It might take just standard. If it takes standard stuff, I'm going to play with it. I'm thinking if I can make it fart, obviously I'm going to put a folding brace on it. If this short act comes through, I'm putting the stockiest stock on that thing, Midwest Industries.
Alpha.
Golden. Yeah. But if I made it a night gun and put an IR, like I put a lamb on it and made that my day subgun and my night subgun in one setup, and just burp with the can on it. Woof! That
thing's awesome, man. Definitely. I even really like the setup with the acro on top. I mean, it's a great setup. Mac, you did something phenomenal right there. That thing's very tasty.
Yeah. Very good work. Very good job. And man, I got to give it to him, man. When I went to Goals and I saw them, I've seen them at a couple conventions.
Midwest proprietary, Joe Morris says.
Midwest proprietary. Okay. Well, if it's Midwest proprietary, then they may have some
other options,
extended rails out there. Yeah. But either way, I mean, if you have an extended rail that goes over a can and it's aluminum, that thing gets so freaky hot, it is insane.
Yeah, I bet you need a rail guard.
Yeah. Or if the short act goes through, that vertical grip, baby. Yeah, we'll see about
Is
that.
that a tri-lug or is that just a thread adapter that we're
It's
looking at?
both. They got
Ooh,
the tri-lug and half by 28 on that thing.
wow.
And I'm not sure what the total length is. I got to look into it. But dude, I'm excited about this. And if this thing is a go hard, 100% trustworthy PDW pistol caliber subgun, dude, this could be very, very exciting stuff right here. So yes, Mac, shout out to Mac. Shout out to SDS Arms. I mean, that's a cool, cool gun. And honestly, I would usually look at something that takes like Scorpion mags or Glock mags, but because I got two MP5s, I got a bunch of MP5 mags all over the place. So this just kind of works. It scratches the itch. MP5 mags are brutally reliable. And even though, dude, the MKE MP5 mags, they're like $59 now. That's insanity. I remember like a year ago, and I
That's
saw
direct
that.
blowback.
So Matt Smith, that's what I was thinking. If and heck yeah, well, you're in Nova. Yo, hit me up, Matt Smith. Shoot me a text. I'm dead serious. 443-537-9232. For everyone out there, that is my burner phone for DLD hardware and definition knives. So don't freak out like DLD just doxed himself. No, I'm yeah, a little better OPSEC than that.
Yeah,
Gurchop, you can hit me up too, bro. Any of y'all hit me up. I probably won't answer, but I can't do XCal tomorrow, but we could definitely set something up. I
wow.
plan on if it doesn't trip this year, then I would like to develop something for it, printable, and just throw something in there like to ride with the bolt like the super duper safe ones do. And
That thing is so sweet, dude. Drew just sent me
ooh,
a
six and
link
a,
of one. Yeah, 6.5 inch barrel.
that's
That
dope.
looks like the same one, the 6.5 inch barrel on screen.
Yeah,
I prefer that. I
yeah.
don't need more than 6.5 inches on a 9 mil. That is
Well, and
perfect.
based on like the performance of a 9 millimeter from 8 inch to or 8.5 inch to 16.5 inch, it's only an average gain of 50 feet per second. So like it's kind of ridiculous to go beyond 8.5 inches anyway.
You gain a little like bullet stability and accuracy, but I think you're
Yeah,
good.
it just doesn't make enough of a difference to increase the size of it by 100%. I think 6.5 inch barrel is more than enough for close encounters of the third kind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
yeah, and yep. So yeah, I think that'll be dope. I'm pumped about that, and yeah, I think it'll be cool. And look, if it's awesome and 100% trustworthy and that thing is like my go-to trusty, then great. Now I'm going to share that information with y'all. If it's not and I have issues with it and it sucks, then I'm going to tell you guys the same thing. There's no payment, he's not paying me to review it. He's not I don't I'm not even in that category to receive payment for reviewing products. But I will say on Rumble though, I've already broken over 1 million views in the last 4 months. Like that is insane. But yeah, so maybe Rumble stuff, maybe. But yeah, I'm pumped. 9 inch is the sweet spot, like 7.62 by 39. 10 inches, RIP, good accuracy as
I
well.
think they're talking about 300 blackout. I think you're solid with a 7.5 to 8.5 on 300 blackout. Honestly,
Oh, that's right, Matt Smith. We talked about that. My bad, G. Appreciate you, man.
I think you get full powder burn on 300 blackout at 8.5.
Yeah, about 8.5, something like that. But I mean, what other
Should get better accuracy.
PWs would you consider like to be in that? Hey, actually, can you see in that thing you're looking at?
That I mean, I would consider like the Jackal 9 mil, but it looks a little big. Like 6.5 inch barrel, like that is the perfect PCC for me.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like a 6.5 inch barrel
Mm-hmm.
with a folding stock, right?
Yep.
It's got AR triggers. You could have a Geisley, even without a fart, you could have a Geisley trigger in there,
Yep. Or binary.
or binary,
Well,
or a
if it has
Hyperfire, or a LaRue, or
Yep.
any other awesome trigger. You can have.
Technically, I guess you're right. If it was binary, it would still need the trip in it. So
Mhm.
that's my bad. But yeah, for sure. And I know, like, so Matt Smith says, I'm a fab guy working on doing an 0702 SOT. That's what's up.
Sick.
Yeah. That'd be dope, especially if we could make something out of metal, which all of this is 100% lawful. Just to throw that out there. I'm just saying. Michael Lang, welcome. But yeah, I mean that is like the ideal size. Does it say what the overall length is on the one that you had pulled up?
Is that OAL? No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. OAL stands for overall length.
15.97? That can't be right.
Yo, under 16 inches. So with the brace folded, it would still be under
Yeah.
16 inches.
That's right. That is correct. Yeah. My 300 blackout with a 7.5 inch barrel and a law is about 18 and a half, 18 ish and a quarter. Not
Oh,
sure.
Drew says it's a blowback design.
Yeah, direct blowback.
Oh,
That's what it says on there.
I thought it had one of those bearings to delay it.
Oh, maybe it has a bearing, but it's just not delayed at all.
Yeah.
Maybe it's moving quickly.
15.97. I gotta measure my case to see. So I got the little MP5 case. I think the MP5 case is a 14-inch case, though.
Weighing in at 5 pounds. Yeah. Overall length 15.97 inches. I mean, 16 inches. And weighing 5 pounds.
That's true. 649. 'Tis steep. If anyone out there wants to make a purchase of this for 649, if you're already planning on it, let me know. I can literally send you a link because I have a PSA affiliate link, and you can literally support the channel just by if you're already planning to purchase it. If you're not, don't purchase it to support the channel. But just throwing that out there.
I don't know if they're Gen 2 or Gen 3, but the new T mags are out. Should be good to go. Should be back on the menu.
Dude, Drew put me onto that. He showed
Me
the
as well.
difference in the walls. He showed me because I was totally anti T mags, the translucent mags in the beginning.
Yeah. I have 6 coming, so I should get a good test.
Nice.
I have 4 30 rounders and 2 20 rounders coming, and I'm going to run the snot out of them. I am not going to drop them on camera full of ammo.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
What,
did
for like
that.
$20 or something like that? I think you ended up getting a little more.
I think so. I think it was something like that. 20,
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll auction that one off one day.
Yeah, right. This is the damaged, or no, it lived through it, right?
Yeah, it still runs. It runs just fine. It has a little blemish, but it's runs perfectly. It's not cracked or anything.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'll never forget that moment when we were learning about the T-Mags being compromised and everyone bullied you into dropping a fully loaded one feed lips first on the ground. Or no, it wasn't feed lips first. It was the
Oh no, it was feed lips first, butt first. I dropped it multiple times.
Oh dang. Yeah,
So,
that was pretty brutal.
Yeah. Still
yeah,
runs still good to go.
Just so you guys know, for those of you that may have not been here, check out Definition Knives, definitionknives.com. We make a bunch of super sick blades. Well, we have them made. Every single one is handcrafted in the great state of China. And every single one of them that's on the market is similar to other knives that you may see with similar locking systems, but unlike these other blades that are $150, $250, $330, all of these are under $100. Actually, all of these are $59 to $79. And we've been delayed on releasing the new one. I apologize, but I am getting it out very, very soon. So be on the lookout. It's dropping soon. They're super clean, I mean, they're gorgeous, dude. I'm also going to be selling some of my.
Gosh, how long have I carried mine every day since I've gotten it? Obviously every day, but I mean, how long? Are you at a
I
full
think
year yet? No,
a little under a year. I think we sent it to you last year, though, right? Like
definitely last year.
we'd have to look to see when your video was posted, but I'm pretty sure it was sometime between October and December. I can't recall. Interestingly enough, the only issues that we've had, actually, one of the guy I got to take care of. The only issues that we've had two co-pilots where, and this is helpful because it helps us find like, hey, there's a design flaw here.
Yep.
Where if you look at like, let's see, the journalist for an example, right?
So are you having a voluntary upgrade?
A voluntary upgrade? Yeah, no. This is you got what you got, and we may upgrade hardware upon request. But if you look at the way that like these other clips are put in there, there's just more meat on the clips, and the screws aren't too close together. Whereas the co-pilot, it's super small and tight. The amount of meat, in between the two screws is super thin.
The screws look pretty big there too, though.
Yeah, I mean it's really like that close. They look larger than they actually are, but there's just they could be more prone to breakage if people are.
My co-pilot. I carry my Boyd every day, but when I have to cut something, that co-pilot is so sharp.
Dude, there's just something about the DK1 and the Boyd, the heft of it, and like
perfect feeling blade.
Of the blade, it's just like
as perfect as that Mac is. The DK1 and the Boyd are perfect knives.
Yeah, Mac.
Yeah.
What do you mean as perfect as that Mac is?
As perfect as that Mac is that we were just looking at on screen talking about.
Oh. I was like, we don't have a knife called a Mac. What do you have? Yeah. The Aegean. The Aegean is. That's got a buttload of attention. Where did I put my Aegean?
Oh, I hope it's not somewhere in the sea.
Yeah, here it is. In the sea. This is the Aegean. The deep carry pocket clip is where it's at, though. The pocket clip is above the knife, so
can't see it at all.
Yeah, that's dope. And the angle of it, the blade is a little more forward, so it's. And you got the wooden G10, the wooden grain in the G10.
That's fire.
Yeah, it is definitely a dope knife. I do like this a lot. And these are also crazy smooth. I mean, you can just hear it's like super smooth. I do like how it's kind of angled forward a little bit. Like that's definitely a cool, a cool look as opposed to being like that. It's more like forward. And it's like a little more deeply concealed, obviously. 8CR13 MOV steel blade. These are super cool, and just the logo is just super clean in that thing. These are great, and who knows? I mean, I would like to say like that. Nothing. I would like to say that like the Aegean, that one day like you may see one in like OD green or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Stonewash.
Stonewash. Think the Boyd in Aegean style.
Yes, you know what OD Green and Stonewash does to me,
dude. You and me both, brother. But I will say this: I've learned. Oh, and for those that don't know, the new boxes. I know I've shown these off a million times. The new boxes are so dope.
Very nice.
Yeah, and it's actually your mom's box. So I'm trying to rid my life of stuff. Right, like I'm. You and I talked about this. Having too much stuff is just kind of ridiculous and senseless.
Unless it's land, then you can never have too much.
That's different. Yes, I'll take as much land as possible, but there may be things in one's life when. You know what? I should not say anything publicly. Anyway, one of the things I noticed that I have like an ungodly, like just a stupid amount of, aside from Glocks, is knives. Very, very nice, high quality knives. And like one of them, for an example, is it was like my like, man, one day I'll have a Microtech stitch, right? This is one of those things. It's like almost a $500 knife. It's insane. Magna Cut M390 steel, fully serrated. Like this thing is a shark tooth, bro. It's so nasty.
That thing is nasty.
But it's like I don't carry it. I don't use it. I mean, dude, the action on this thing, it's just like, I mean, it is a monster.
Yeah.
Virgin blade. I've never cut anything with it. That sounds so crazy to say, but it's a virgin blade. Never cut anything with it, and it's just a beast. So
Beast.
I don't need it, and it's just sitting here taking up space. I still got the factory box and all that stuff. So I'm going to be selling that, and also, although I really don't want to, Heretic knives. If you guys know anything about the relationship between certain knife companies and certain family members of owners of certain knife companies that went off and branched off and did their own thing, man, look at that. It's velcroed shut, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nice.
It literally comes with its own like treatment plan and what do you, essential oils. This is hold on. It is the Colossus Tonto in Battle Black Breakthrough Gray. This is a battle worn OTF. I mean, look at it, just like
WTF.
Yeah, right. And the blade in this thing is just
sick.
Yeah, also a virgin blade, never cut anything. I mean, these are both like almost $500 knives. Like they're kind of ridiculous. The ball bearing in that thing is just nuts. You know, it's press fit in there, and but it's another thing that's just like, you know, I don't need this, so I'm probably going to be selling these. I don't know if anyone out there is interested. You know, feel free.
Make him an offer.
Make an offer. But
what's up, Black Diamond Josh? Good to see you, bro.
Hey, not as nice as Definition Knives, though. Black Diamond Josh, I appreciate you. You just missed the whole Definition Knives pitch, the QVC moment, as people like to call it. But thank you. I appreciate you, dude. I know. I mean, a lot of people aren't in the market for knives as costly as these. But the other thing I'm getting rid of is this is only like $130, but this is a Kaiser, and bro, this thing, look at this beast right here.
I have a Kaiser. I like it.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, even without taking it out of the package, it's a monster. Yes, wide is all get out. This is true carbon fiber, and it's a flipper. Watch this thing. Swoop, dog. This thing is a monster, dog. This is huge. They're like 129.
Like a butcher knife.
Yeah, literally. It's supposed to be like a cleaver. It's got the little cut in the back. It's almost like a Warncliffe style, because it's like upswept and then cut at that angle. And this is one of my, so for like I would never say someone should like carry a knife for defensive purposes, but it's always a good idea to have a knife for utilitarian reasons that could also be used, if God forbid you needed to, for defensive purposes. And when you're thinking of a knife to carry, having a knife where the tip would be angled towards the target is super important, and that you know hits that hit that box. I'll never sell this, but the Frenzy does the same thing too. You know, this is a nasty little needle point. This is not a virgin blade. This is a virgin blade too. Some of these knives, I just don't use them at all, bro. Other ones, like I only use, you know. Yeah, so I'm probably going to get rid of this too. And the one that I got to basically steal or get inspiration from was this beautiful Civivi. This will be the last one I show off. The Civivi, the karambit.
Oh yeah.
And when you pull that joint out of your pocket, it hits this and swoop, and you have this little nasty blade, man. This, man, you're cutting and ripping and tendons and muscles. And oh, I mean, this thing is just, it's a beast. And it's like solid freaking aluminum.
That thing's
It
sick.
is, yeah, rock solid. It's a button lock, but it's just crazy smooth. And yeah, man, you can swap it to right hand, left hand. Man, it's a beast.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just one of those things. It's like, you know, I gotta be willing to part with stuff because stuff is less important. And
Yeah, considering you probably have a lot of knives there now because of your own inventory.
Oh, dude, it's insane. I like if the boog started.
If you need to cut something, it's not a challenge.
Not at all. Not at all. It's funny because like I always thought about like literally like if we got like a full shipment of definition knives, and if the boog like started today, I have like years worth of knives that I can barter with other people that like
If you actually get the pyrolysis thing going on, you could actually have them as like high-end gas station knives.
That's true. Straight up, yeah. Like nice. There's such thing as nice gas station knives, you know. Pull in your car, ding ding, and I'll like pump people's gas and stuff. Interested in any knives? Yeah. But not only that, and then we'll wrap up. I also have like the Cobra Techs, this little punch dagger, the Cobra Tech button auto that I've been talking about for like 2 years and still have never sold because
I need to find something that'll mount to this. Above.
Oh, a blade that'll, you know what? How wide is the True North?
I'm not sure. A solid, I don't know, 1.5 inches. It's 1.5 inches. There's also a single.
This is probably 2.5 inches wide, but this being able to just grab that and go to town with dude, this would be a nasty little thing to keep in there. And because typically when you put your gun belt on, like I literally have to clip it like over my knife that's in my pocket. So I always want another fixed blade on my gun belt, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
This would be a dope little thing to just be able to pop out and like if someone was trying to take your gun or something like that.
Oh, I love poke daggers. They're awesome.
Oh yeah. These are pretty nasty. And this one is D2 steel as well by Cobra Tech, and it's just so basic, you know, like it's super simple. This one, I honestly think this one was only like $50, dude. I may be misspeaking, but and then this one, I think this one was under 100 or so. But yeah, and I set them all here, and I'll just do a quick run through. All these tack knives. One.
I like that little one.
Little stubby is dope. 2.
I like that dude.
Yeah, that thing's pretty nasty. This one, I'm like, I could keep 1. This one has always been my favorite one, dude. The double-edged
sword.
Oh, but I do love this one too. See, this is my problem. I'm like, oh, I like it. I like it so much because it's single-edged. I'm allowed to carry it. Because for some reason in Virginia, you can't carry double-edged knives. It's so whack. This one is fire.
That looks a little bit like the Frenzy blade.
Yeah, it's the same same style. Warncliffe. So this is also the same style. This is the carbon fiber D2, and it's the Warncliffe as
Oof.
well. So 3 of these are Warncliffe, and then for someone that maybe has like a little lady in their life or something, this little
Sick.
154 cm black blade. I think it's 154 cm. Yeah, 154 cm black DLC coated blade, and look at that adorable little glass breaker right there.
I think sweet.
It is cool for a little like very high quality. I mean, these are very good quality knives. Also, the Cobra Techs, these are like the full size, like combat dragoon
Ooh.
size. That thing is nasty. I don't know if I've ever cut anything with that either, but I don't think I could sell this one because this one my daughter has been asking for since she was like 7. But this is the abalone stone.
Yeah, you should save that for her for sure.
Yeah, because I do want her to actually carry a knife. Yeah, and this.
I mean, you know what's crazy is like if you only owned a website that sold
where I could.
knives,
Yeah, I know,
you
right?
could do maybe like a garage sale, other knives
Maybe
section.
I could even put them on dldhardware.com to where it won't get in the way of
Yeah,
definitionknives.com.
yeah.
If I could only post things like that. And you know what? The other thing I'm gonna do is all these freaking Glock parts that I got, because I don't need more than 40 Glocks. I could probably sell some of those and actually do it at like a really good deal, because it's basically like, display model like stuff, right? It's like a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
has never been shot, never been fired, but are basically new. But that discount is passed on to you. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not just trying to do a whole sales pitch, but I'm just letting y'all know. Anyway, yeah, I would still just carry a DK1 or the Frenzy every day.
Every day. I do.
Every day.
I gotta get running myself. I have to
Yeah.
be up early. It's Friday, final day of the week. We gotta make some use of the last day of the week. And
Yeah. Yeah, we got to wrap up anyway. That's an H&F knife head neck face. H&F knife head neck face. There you go. Oh, he has DK Virgin blades. Nice. And yes, shout out to Black Diamond Josh. Check out fattech.com. Best low riding holsters out there. Dude, I just watched a video yesterday actually, and it was Yukon, everything Yukon, which is a great guy, really good dude. But he talked about like, yeah, after carrying a gun for 8 to 10 hours, you want to take it out. You want to take it out in the car. No. If you find yourself taking off your gun because your rig is uncomfortable, you need to reevaluate how you're carrying. And Fat Tac holsters are the way to go. They carry super, super low. They're more comfortable, in my opinion. But you're only going to know that if you give them a shot. So as we wrap up here, Frederick Donegan of the Red Dawn Readiness Channel, the Civilian Outpost, what would you like to say before we wrap up? Any fatherly advice for the degenerates out there?
Be a person of discipline. Pray daily. Pray over your kids in the morning and at night. It can really, really do a lot. Like, I know it just seems like you're mumbling words, but things are happening. There's a lot of things in the world that you can't see with your eyes that are actually happening all around you at all times. And prayer really works. So say your prayers for America, because we're in a weird time. So pray that God's judgment is not about to, fall upon us right now. We could use more time, and pray that we get more time. And other than that, guys, stay fit, prep up, stack up. I'll probably be live tomorrow night. It's Friday night, and I don't know. We might probably do Rumble. Probably going to do Rumble and talk about some things.
You bring up a good point. If God's judgment does fall upon us, we deserve it. You know.
For sure.
No. Also, another great point about.
But he is known for saving people
Oh
from
yeah,
judgment who do
dude.
deserve it.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
one of his most amazing traits. So
Amazing grace. Also, praying over your kids. Let them hear you pray. Let them hear what you pray for, and pray over your food and pray, and then you'll instill that within them, and they'll see a level of gratitude in your attitude. Like they'll see that gratitude through you, and we need to program our children the way that we choose to. Don't let outsiders continue to program your children,
for sure.
because otherwise they're going to be listening to Nicki Minaj and twerking in no time. um Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Remember, you were put on this earth to be a spiritual leader. That is your purpose as a man, especially, man, in this day and age, and in times like these. Things are just going crazy. Like Red Dawn said, make sure you take care of yourself. Be a good spiritual leader to your family. Take care of your family. Have God in your life every single day. Take care of your kids. Pray over your kids. I love that. Thank you for that. And it's a good constant reminder. And yeah, guys, we're still in a cultural war, right? So you have to be a cultural warrior, a warrior of culture. And to make sure we can hold ourselves to the highest standards possible, we have to ourselves have standards and expectations and rules. And some of the rules I like to share with you guys at the end of every show are: rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their lives. So be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others, because when you bless others, you become blessed. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. And rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be. And be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. We'll be back on Saturday. Make sure you tune into Red Dawn's stream tomorrow on Friday. And yeah, anything else you want to say before we go?
Kurt24, man, I really appreciate you sending me a Cash App, bro. It's super awesome. Everybody who sent Dark a Cash App, thank you guys for your support.
Appreciate you.
It really does mean the world, man. It means the world. So
Yeah.
we will see you guys. Don't forget to don't miss my show tomorrow. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta be there.
Yeah, you got to. You got to.
Bob, you hear that, Bob? See you tomorrow
Bob.
night, Bob. You gotta be there, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. It's good seeing Bob. Thank you for coming in, hanging out. Some of you guys I know, haven't been able to come in and spend, countless hours in here. I get it, but thank you for coming back and hanging out in here. Gerd Chop and Bob and the guys that we don't see.
Mike McClune, thank you for sending me all the stuff you do on Instagram, man. We always have good chats on there. Send each other stuff. Appreciate it.
We really do have just an incredible community. Damian Cristo, bro, my bad. I don't even think I said your name the whole stream, man. My
What's
bad.
going on, Brody?
Keep your head on a swivel, Fax Drewski, and thank you for all you do and you've done. You're incredible. I love all y'all. Remember to make his stream tomorrow. If you don't watch Red Dawn, you will not be prepared. Okay, so make sure
your chair will not be against the wall. It'll be on its side.
Mm-hmm. And someone else would have put it there. Rip, you too, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all.
Good to see you, brother Rip.
Also, the PSA links and a bunch of other affiliate links are all on dldhardware.com too, if you look at the bottom of the page. And remember, y'all, I love y'all. Take it easy. Red Dawn, thank you for coming on. Fat Rooster, brother, you too. Love all y'all. I'll hit y'all up.
10:30, Bob. 10:30.
10:30. Are you doing it on Civilian Outpost or Red Dawn Readiness on Rumble? Or
Rumble. We're going Rumble.
Welcome to the Rumble. We got fun and games.
We already have.
Whoopsies. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Take it easy. Bye.
Hey, that's the old Joe Biden.
Is it? Ooh. Dun, dun, dun.
42.
V 4.0.
Have a good D-Day, y'all. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Always remember. That's why we got to have faith, because it is the anniversary of D-Day. And we could be seeing it again. So prayers up.
Saving Private Ryan again. Love y'all. Take it easy. Peace.